Go fuck yourself, podcast Hitler.
Yeah, totally.
Some reds. I got some blues.
Welcome to Trivial Debates.
Okay. Hey, welcome to this week's edition of Trivial Debates. I'm your host, Dave Bader. We've got some awesome new debates for you this week. Oh, we sure do. Each week, our panelists will be judged and scored on their arguments for their facts, passion, and creativity. And we got some special guests this week. Our panelists are, to my left,
I am Scott Holden.
from...
That Man on Fat Man.
Yeah, we got Scott Holden from That Man on Fat Man.
We're
and
getting so big now that we have guest stars.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm not a star.
Oh, come on.
Let's not get
You
crazy.
have a very successful podcast. You're good.
That's fine.
Yes.
I'll give you that.
He's got a successful podcast. He's making
And I mean that with utmost respect, just so you know. Okay?
Yeah, I know.
All right.
he's making a
I don't see myself
I'm not
as a
making fun
star.
of you.
he's making a film about podcasting. And
Best
he-
decision he ever made.
Yeah, he's in town. He's previously interviewed Jody and I for his film, and it's looking to be out next year.
Yeah, when does
Yes.
it come out? Do we have a firm date yet?
Our goal is to get it out in January, which is for Sundance. We're shooting for Sundance. Now, we have no guarantees we'll get in or not, but we're going to try. So, January we're saying Q1 of
Q1.
2017.
Oh, there you go.
Gives us
Q1.
some flexibility.
Cool.
Sounds
I
exciting.
just like the fact that my name's on IMDb now.
Yeah, me too. I put my height in.
Did you?
Yes.
They have stats on me, but I didn't put anything
What
in.
is it?
I've heard that a lot.
I've started adding stats about your dick size and all
What
kinds
I
of
find
things.
is funny
Sweet.
is how many talented people are self-loathing.
Yeah.
Like why
I don't know how I should take
why
that.
don't
So
you
does that
deserve
mean,
to
does
be
that
on
mean I'm not
IMDb?
talented because I'm not?
Exactly.
No, I don't know. That's a good
Why
point.
don't you deserve to be on IMDb? Why you guys are talented? You guys
Well,
are funny. You guys
we
do
had
your
to do
thing.
something notable, but to get on there. Now we have, so it's
Yeah.
good.
There you go. There you go.
The only difference I can tell is you bought 4 mics.
Yeah,
Otherwise
well,
you're the same guys.
Hey, well, we're coming
like that
back
one.
from that interview, and we were saying, or I was saying, we got to get better equipment. We got to improve the quality,
yeah,
the
totally.
sound of the show.
We're like, fuck.
So
Fuck, everybody's better than us.
if we get any kind of publicity on the show whatsoever, when somebody checks it out, we want it to actually sound audible. Anyway, we're moving along with our panelists. Directly across from me is Benny G in the hizzy.
Hi, I live here, so
It's almost like Kenny G.
See, you are so lucky.
I get a built-in
you-
podcast guest and host.
Fucking
co-host.
with a fucking British accent. You couldn't get any better than that. It's like slam dunk.
You say so.
If he had tits,
Not
he'd
to mention,
be
though,
perfect.
the amount of head that
well,
he
I
gives
mean,
out
I've got a
is just
little.
phenomenal.
If he had boobs, he'd be perfect.
I can push them together a bit. Anyway,
I could do that better.
Okay, and to my right we have
Oh,
Jody
thanks.
Simpson.
That's me.
Scott, this is your first episode. Ben, I think this is like your, I don't know, probably 5th or 6th, probably by now.
Been here
Did
for
you
a long
mention
time.
who you experienced?
I was gonna let you talk about that.
I thought we
okay,
experienced
sorry.
you.
But I thought you were because you were already on a roll. Like, we shot with him, blah blah blah. And I figured you were going and
Did he
he's
just
in
say
town.
you shat with him? You shat with him too?
Shot.
Oh, shot.
I was there.
I was thinking like maybe you guys all like picked a cubicle and then
That's
like
a
had
hell
some
of a
talking
scene.
while you're dropping a deuce.
Yeah,
that kind of
like
thing.
battle
I thought
shits.
that's what you're doing. Yeah, battle
Yeah,
shits.
oh, shit.
Yeah, well, we went to Scott Thompson's place yesterday.
Scott Thompson from Kids in the Hall.
Kids in the hole, man. Yeah.
That was an interesting day.
Because we were shooting him for the documentary.
It
It's a
was-
podcast that you guys are in. So now, among your co-stars,
We're in
or
the
whatever
same
you want to
movie
call it,
as
guys.
Scott Thompson. I
Scott
can die happy now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
A
okay,
Canadian
he's cool.
legend.
it was Scott.
Absolutely.
Scott Holden's first time in Toronto. So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, first time, eh?
Yeah, it was so funny because while they're there, I hear Scott Thompson and Paul Bellini and those guys sort of grilling Dave as to, so who are you? Why are you here?
Why exactly
And
are you
essentially-
wasting fucking space, Mater? That's what they wanted
Basically,
to know.
He's
I-
my Canadian connection.
I was like,
mean,
I basically.
He's the translator.
he's my hookup dude.
I'm his chauffeur. I drove him to this.
Oh, and you're
shoot.
raggedy
my
car?
fucking Alfred,
You drove in
man.
the car?
No, man, I got new tires.
Oh, did you get new tires?
It's all better now. Tell him.
Oh,
that.
thank God.
Oh. Were you in that car before?
No,
that?
but I don't know. But like, when
Dude,
someone says-
honestly, every
the way
time-
he said, "I got new tires," I'm like,
every
"Oh, thank
time
God."
he went over
He's
a
very
bump,
excited.
it felt like the back end of that car was sliding away.
Coincidentally, we got new tires not too long ago, so I do know what that's. We
Well,
were
when I
blowing
got the
skins
I
new-
need new
too
fronts.
When I got the new tires, the guy at the place said, "Man, that tire you had on the driver's side on the back was the entire outer tire was gone. The entire inner tire was like basically shredded." He's like, "I don't understand how you drove."
Don't you
around."
ever check your fucking tires?
Well, no. I'm not as butch as you.
Hell
you
no,
know?
man.
But you know what
Butch,
is weird?
you don't have to be fucking butch. A fucking woman does it.
It's the old. It's this. it is so obvious that people forget. It really is. It affects
Well, you don't
so
forget when
much.
you're halfway through fucking
There's
Jersey
a
and the
thing
car's about
on
to
your
fall off.
car that make contact with the road. I know Fish sings it in the stupid lyric, but it's so true. That is the most important part of how
If
your
your
car
tires
performs.
aren't good, you're not good.
You get
period.
bad mileage. You
Well,
get
now
all
they're
kinds of
good.
shit.
All
So
right,
there you
I'm
go.
happy
good.
to hear that. You're
And you
now
could die.
safer, Dave.
So he was safe.
So maybe we'll have to make another road trip.
He was safe in my hands. Yes, another road trip in the works soon.
I think we're renting a car.
we should go to Chicago next.
Chicago? Okay, we can do Chicago.
8 hours.
That's not bad.
All right.
So I flew in on the Shaky yesterday. The
Did you
Shaky
fly in the
Express.
Shaky?
It was quite fun. And then
Which carrier is that?
Alfred, my man here.
Yeah, I was his Alfred. I picked him up at the airport and took him to Tim Hortons. His first time at Tim Hortons.
Yes, my first. This is a whole thing.
Okay, but
First.
they have Tim Hortons in the States.
But
I
now
don't. Not my very.
Only in the very,
It's
very
not
top.
in Jersey though, eh?
No, not at all.
It was like I was taking a little kid
Because we ran
Yeah.
ran through a Tim Hortons in New York State, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they have
only
Tim
right
Hortons
at the
in New
top
York
of
State.
it, man.
He doesn't. He's never been to one.
No,
No,
I've
Oh.
never been. Sorry.
Was it exciting?
It was cool. I mean, it was. The
it's-
donuts were good. I never had. Here's the thing: they don't do. They usually don't mix frosted and jelly.
We went to the one Ben works at.
Oh yeah.
I don't. Maybe that's a toxic brew in Jersey. I don't know, but
Oh maybe.
All right, let's get on with the show.
Oh
no Death
fine.
Wish,
I guess
but
we
it's
got a
good.
show to do.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Scott Thompson
Blah, blah,
interviewing
blah.
him was an incredible experience. We can't possibly cover it all here now because we have to get on.
But
with
I'm
the-
sure if you tune
But it
into
was a lot of
Scott
fun. And I'm-
Holden's podcast, I'm sure there's going to be some talk.
we'll
about
definitely
it.
talk about it. But
Yeah.
I am seriously. Thank you very much. I'm very grateful and indebted to all the help
And I'm
you've given
very.
me on this project.
You're very welcome. I'm glad you're here
It
tonight.
is a project that we want.
I'm glad
we
to be
want
here.
to
I'm
support.
so glad I could.
I
be on your
drove
show.
8 hours
'Cause
one way just to do an interview with you guys because I think it's such
That
a
was
good
amazing.
idea.
And I flew, spent a lot of money
There you
just
go.
to come up and interview Scott Thompson. And while I'm here, I'm so glad that I could podcast with you guys.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Well, you're going up against the juggernauts here tonight. Jody's one of the most winningest winners.
I believe I have trademarked
I am the
that
winner.
name.
He
I'm
is
sorry.
basically untouched in terms of stats. And Ben
I'm
here
at
is a
least-
multiple-time winner. He's
I'm at least 7 ahead of anybody.
No, I'm
Gotcha.
not.
one time.
So everything is based on pure opinion, right? And
You
Oh,
don't really know
absolutely.
much about this
And-
podcast you're hosting.
And if you want an unbiased host, I will say though, Dave is probably one of the better ones.
and
to
so
have.
if
Chris unfortunately isn't.
Yeah.
I want to part with a couple of my toonies, I could probably.
You can't really persuade
buy
him. He's not a buyable one. No,
No.
Chris Seymour, yeah, you can buy him.
You could buy him with a lot of things, yeah. All right, how this show
I'll
works.
pay your legal
God, you're
beat.
Keep
cheap.
it in mind.
I'll pay your legal bills.
Dave's
if you
like,
take
can we
him out."
fucking
Can we
do
move
this
on?
podcast?
Shut up.
Come on. Come on, guys. One question at least. Let's do it.
No.
So how's
Dave's
this work?
starting to sweat.
I was just like, hey,
This
before
is
the
the speed
show,
round, right?
Hey, can you guys let me just get through the
round.
intro?
You should
Okay.
probably. I let you get through the intro.
Is this the daily?
No, I
Double?
like heckling him.
So, Dave, how does the show
Now you
work?
have two.
Go fuck yourself, podcast Hitler.
Yeah, that's totally.
Some reds. I got some blues.
I'm on like bullet 6. Okay, how this show works. There are 6 rounds plus a speed round, which will be competed by our top 2 panelists. We got movies, television, music, sports, history, and a wild card. We want people to be passionate about their arguments, but not personally mean to one another,
Why
or
is
as
that
much
still-
as.
Cinnamon
Why
bun-
is that still in there?
Well,
Cinnamon
Different
banana.
when like people like Scott come,
Cinnamon
you're not
banana.
super mean to them.
I'm never super mean anyway. He just flipped him off. This is
I'm
getting,
okay with that.
Shit's going down.
Okay, Scott, they might be mean to you
I
tonight.
flipped off the falls today, so don't
You flipped
mess
off the
with
falls?
me.
Well, that's
What
it,
side
dude.
of the falls, just to be honest?
The Canadian.
It's Canadian.
You flipped off the
It
Canadian
was
side?
only more picturesque. Ugh, I can't even say that.
Oh, look at this. Look at
Picturesque.
this.
I don't know how I feel about that.
He flipped off the Maid of the Mist.
Yeah, well, tomato.
Blame
paste.
Canada.
That shit
That's what
just
I
gets
said.
you wet.
Actually, that's not
They
true.
give you the fucking bag and you still
I
get
might
wet.
have flipped off the American side as well. I'm
Okay.
not sure.
Well, as long as you made
I don't
it
think
equal.
I got a picture of that one, though.
Please keep in mind that you can skip to a new debate by looking at the time index in the description and go into the battle that interests you the most, or any one of them. We want you to listen to as many as possible. Subscribe to our iTunes feed. Make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus, and Instagram,
And Tinder.
and Tinder.
Yeah,
and
make sure
And
you
Grindr.
actually
Make sure you
listen.
swipe right.
Where do they find you?
They can find
Grindr.
it. Grinder, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
I don't know what
We got a
Grindr is. What's
Tumblr
Grindr?
account
Sexy.
now.
Oh, don't give me that.
Oh, yeah.
No,
that
honestly,
sounded
no,
like the
what is
falsest
I really
denial
like
I've
your
ever heard.
profile.
I don't have a profile.
You know, don't worry about it.
Whether you're listening to on iTunes or watching the YouTube version, all links and information can be found in the description or at our website, trivialdebates.com. Let's the battle begin. All right, we actually are. We're going to start with movies.
Ooh, movies.
So Kevin Millard suggested to us that we
I can't believe we had this.
that we do this question, and I kind of liked it. Best movie with some interspecies erotica in it. In some way.
Fucko.
Now that could be
You have to say fucko.
fucko. That could be animals. That could be aliens. That could be all kinds of things.
So basically, what you're saying is interspecies is what you're saying.
Interspecies.
Okay.
But
And
there
so
it has to be erotic.
It has to be erotic.
Well, that's kind of subjective.
Yeah, it depends on what you find.
yeah,
as
that's
erotic,
true.
I
Well,
guess.
I guess you'll have to sell us on what
Sell us on the
erotic
eroticism a little bit.
is. How
Oh, yeah.
how that is
Mine's
Do you want
easy.
actions?
Yeah. Whatever. However you want to sell your argument is up to you. All right.
All right.
Jody, you're up first.
I went with one that is, in my opinion, sticks out mostly because they invented the actual phrase. If you look it up, they pretty much did. Clerks 2, the infamous quote, this isn't
Bestiality.
this isn't bestiality. This is interspecies erotica. Fucko.
Hey.
Hey. Yeah. So anyway, I went with that because it was fucking funny, and yes, I'm not even going to explain it, especially if anybody hasn't seen it, because explaining that is just I'm not interested.
No,
But
it's kind of.
there's a donkey and there's a guy. That's all you really.
It's a
need to
10-year-old
know.
movie at this point, so.
Yeah, you would think anybody.
It
would
has
see
the
but-
moratorium. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but I just think it. I didn't like the erotica in it. Like, I hope that's not what the question was about. Like, that wasn't what it was, right?
Kelly can be
It wasn't like, oh, that was the hottest thing ever. Like, it wasn't that, right?
It was
It's
just
like
I think it's more
a
about
movie. The movie
uh,
that was good, right?
a good movie that has that in it.
Clerks 2 was fucking hilarious. It was a good.
Agreed.
Movie. It
It's
was a
one of my
great movie.
favorites.
Great movie, and
Yeah.
it coined the phrase. I don't even think I have to argue this any further. I'm good.
Okay, Ben.
Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you,
Whatever.
Jesus.
No, forgive
As
whatever.
fucking
he's-
Elias is
he's
there
like-
going,
He was
Sorry,
genius in
Jesus.
that. I
He
don't
was
know
great.
how
He
he
was
didn't
fucking
get more
funny.
work off the back
Right,
of that fucking
right.
movie. Because
Well,
that
I think it was just
caricature
how gross it
is
was.
beautiful. Because I've met guys like that.
Yeah.
Considering the way that the question was worded, yeah, Jody's answer is obviously like the actual answer. But
Yeah, everybody kind of picked that one.
if we're gonna, I'll skip past that. I'll move past that.
But the rest of us just said, "All right, we'll give it to him. We'll up our game and go for the less
do I
obvious."
just get the point right away?
If they both want to give up, I guess.
No,
Like,
no, I'm going.
look,
Oh, no.
I'm going. I'm just waiting.
Scott's down.
I'll throw in as an alternative the one from Super Troopers, where he's fucking a bear and he's like,
Oh yeah.
they get called out, and he's like, look, somebody's gonna stay. It's quite a long build-up. Someone's gonna stay here at the station. All right, fuck it, let's go, because it's like a really weird call, and then it just cuts to them like
fucking a bear.
just staring at it like, is the bear? Is the guy?
It wasn't bad, but it wasn't as
pretty
funny
good.
as mine. I don't think.
I don't know. It's not
I
bad.
got a
Sorry.
poll that just came to me, and as I was thinking, as I'm reminiscing, and I'm thinking, I got focused on your and it has to be erotic. So I'm thinking back now. I don't know if you all remember this, but I remember a time before the internet,
Oh yeah, I remember that.
and in my youth,
BBSs.
when
Yeah.
movie
before then.
where porn was hard to come by. Maybe you'd find
You're not
us-
going to say Howard the Duck,
maybe
are you?
no. Oh God, I find actually the boobs are disturbing in that. The duck
nipples?
boobs.
The
The
little
duck
nipples?
boobs are
Yeah.
weird, but
Yeah.
okay. So, and this is a stretch, and you'll probably find me a little creepy. But anywhere you'd find a little
Yeah.
nipple and a little sexual activity of any kind, it could stimulate at least a memory recall. for
Fast
later
Times
that
at
night.
Ridgemont High, man.
Well, that's not. There's no interspecies in there.
There isn't,
Now
but
this is gonna get.
that's one of those movies that you think of when you were a kid.
Let's
you know?
roll back to the grainy early 80s and to what would one day launch probably one of the greatest anti-heroes to ever dawn science fiction genre. And that would be Evil Dead. When the girl gets fucked in the woods by the fucking woods.
Yes.
That would be interspecies
The
erotica.
tree or the other species?
Yeah, when the girl gets fucked by the fucking tree. That's pretty
Okay.
much,
Good pull.
Was the
And-
tree alive,
and-
though?
I'm pretty sure at 14, I probably jacked to that scene, which is probably
Really?
how desperate I was.
You probably should have said that on the air.
I
No,
don't give a
man,
shit.
this
I
is
don't-
the.
It's like, fuck it.
No,
I
man.
don't care who knows.
I don't go anywhere.
Yeah, let's go.
I
There's-
jacked off to a fucking tree, giving it to a
Dude,
chick.
when
And that's
you're-
just the way it is.
Dude, when you're
Yeah, that's right.
14, you can pretty much use anything as masturbatory material.
Oh, absolutely.
When you're 14?
So, and there was genuine tit in that scene,
Okay.
and there was sexual penetration.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I
Stimulated.
remember the scene.
Simulated.
Albeit slightly splintery.
It was such a good movie.
And ouchie. But if you turn the sound down, all that horror aspect goes right away.
And then you make your own
It's
noises.
just a girl getting fucked by a wooden dildo, really.
Even that is terrible.
Wouldn't that be like
It wasn't varnished or nothing.
splinters?
Exactly.
Well, this is a tree that's
Many.
This is
All right,
let's be
well.
honest. This is a tree that's been rained on many times. Splinters aren't usually a naturally occurring thing.
And it may
That'd
be
be
the
like
first
moss and
true interspecies erotica scene. Well, what
I don't know.
What was Rosemary's Baby?
Donkey and
How
carrot.
do we say that?
Yeah, well, Satan.
What was she penetrated
I don't
by?
know.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
that's interspecies. So it's not the first, but it's my favorite.
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna,
So I win then, right?
No, well, it qualifies. So, okay,
Not after I kill you.
so is Clerks 2 better than Evil Dead versus what's your movie?
I don't know. What
No
do you
one
want? What
cares.
do you want from me? Fuck you.
didn't you go with Howard the Duck?
Super
What was
Trooper,
that?
Super Troopers, motherfucker, where he's fucking a bear. If you've
See, I
seen
don't
it, you
remember
know it's
that.
fucking hilarious.
No, I never made it all the way through Super Troopers.
Really?
Oh my
Me
goodness.
Me either.
Yeah. At the
It,
time,
it
I
does.
just-
It's one of those movies that does actually kind of like it
It's a
peaks
slow
about
boil.
3/4 of the way through,
Yeah.
and then at the end it's.
No,
just kinda
I'm in
like,
the wrong
man.
crowd here.
And at the time, I was
Definitely.
probably
Yeah,
just
but
too
you can
sober.
honestly say though, like the last 20 minutes of Super Trooper isn't nearly as funny as the remainder of the movie.
Oh no, it's all amazing.
Yeah, well, I don't agree with you on that one, but all right.
When I was like in my career, I was like I was dry white toast. So I probably
Dry white
yeah,
toast. I like
I
that.
was dry white toast. No, I was like dry white toast. Like dry is like
White toast.
you just leave it out. It's like Wonder Bread that you just left to crust.
Oh, that's not good.
It's
It's a very
spoiled.
s- it was
It's
a very s-
spoiled.
was a very sad
not
thing.
toasted. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if any of you have won me over yet.
Oh,
It
what are
has
you
no
talking about?
nutritional value though, whatsoever.
Good.
I gave you the fact that there's a
playing hard to
donkey
get.
and Kinky Kelly.
Yeah.
It's
Come on,
fucking
a girl
gross.
gets fucked by wood.
It's fucking gross, and on top of that, it invented and coined the phrase. So I don't understand how I can't win this one.
See the problem. Yeah,
but
the
you
problem
say
is
that
everybody
every
wanted
time
that
you give
one.
an
We
answer.
should have. We
and
should have
every
removed
one
that
of you fuckers, the minute I said that, instantly said "fuck."
But yeah, to be quite honest,
Actually, when he
the
brought
way
it
the
up, we all
question is
said it.
worded,
That's true.
because we were in the room when he thought it up.
the question's clearly pushing for it anyway.
We have to get to an answer soon.
The answer is I win. Let's move.
Yeah, just give it to Jody.
All right, we'll give it to Jody.
There you go. Problem solved.
Well, I love that movie, so I have no problem with it.
that's a good movie.
Jody gets the point. Okay, we're
And
moving.
in some ways, better than the original.
All right, that was
Still
a
Agreed.
good.
better than the original.
That was a good warm up round, but now we're gonna get into some serious business here with our television round. What upcoming Marvel Netflix show should we be the most excited about? There's a number of ones coming out: Iron Fist, Defenders, Punisher, Luke Cage, Elektra. So let's get into it. We're gonna start with Ben.
Right, well, I took what they called the invaders,
Defenders.
the defenders. Okay.
Because
pretty-
he's really passionate.
You're pretty
about it.
excited about it, I can see.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, I'm going to totally win because the invaders, defenders,
Defenders.
the defenders.
Defenders are gonna be
They're
all.
the- There's
Just out
the
of
Hang on,
curiosity-
I know.
street level
So whatever-
Avengers.
Benny, let me ask you a very
They
personal
include
question.
all of the characters which you're going to argue for, and therefore, whatever awesome things you say to sell your characters are all included in my answer, and therefore, game over.
Okay.
How do you feel you're
Because
doing right
Age
now?
of Ultron
Pretty good.
was such a great
Really?
team
I'm
up.
feeling the vibes.
Oh, fuck that movie.
So is that your
Exactly.
argument?
That
Nothing.
helps.
Fuck-
Thank you.
There was nothing good about that movie.
About Age of
There's
Ultron?
lots of
See, so you're saying what you're saying is that a team up can fail dismally.
Oh yeah, just like any movie with the Justice League is gonna suck ass.
Zack Snyder back.
Okay,
there.
that's a little too slanted to help me, but
No, it's true though.
to help me destroy his argument.
I don't know. Well, you also have to look at the popularity of some of the shows that are on, like that, The Legends of Tomorrow or whatever.
Yeah.
That one's doing fairly well, from what I understand.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so they
That's
don't all fail.
They're DC.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Okay, so maybe you should have went last with that answer, but
Haha, you mean because it's the ace of spades?
We'll
I'm
go-
ready to pitch and shit.
we'll go with Jody next.
What are you talking about? It's him next. We're going in fucking
All
rotation.
right, fine. We're going to Scott next.
Yes, I'm
Why
ready
am
for
I
this
getting
one.
fucking ass raped?
Well, okay, I'm all about
fuck
Iron
you.
Fist.
Fuck
And
you,
here's
podcast
why.
Hitler.
I'm going with Iron Fist. And here's why. First off, I got to go with my DP. One of my DPs on the film works for Marvel Netflix and is
Oh,
currently
see, and I took that to a whole
is
level when you
currently-
said DP.
Hey, well,
Nice work.
we're
Yeah.
getting there.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay. So
hold tight.
he's working on that project, so he's a set dresser. So I'm all in. Furthermore, okay, so there was a lot of controversy over the casting because, well, what should we do? Here's this opportunity because it's a kung fu style. Should we go with cast an Asian? And then there was like, well, is that reverse discrimination because it's kung fu? So you cast an Asian. So Marvel, in their genius, decided to go with the original style character, and they based it on a Caucasian, guy who's spoiled and goes out there and somehow hooks up and learns mystic powers.
So he's Batman.
Except for he's Kung Fu Batman.
Kung Fu Batman.
With mystic powers.
So basically, Batman begins Batman.
But here's the most sellable part. He is the Knight of Flowers. So he's so fucking gorgeous that guys love him, girls love him, everybody wants to fuck him. As you'll see if you've ever watched Game of Thrones. So
I am probably the only person in this room that has not gifted in the time of day to Game of Thrones.
Oh
yet.
my God, what the fuck is wrong
And
with you?
I have nothing against it. Honestly, I
What is
don't.
wrong with you? It was
Just
the best
never
thing on
got to
TV.
it yet. It's such a big commitment, though. That one.
Of course it is, but it's a great one. It's one
Well,
that
and the
pays
problem is
off.
that everybody that I know that has watched that series has said they've been sucked in so bad that like they've lost days because of this shit.
But I hear the same thing about Walking Dead.
Oh, I've never lost days on Walking Dead. I've
Are you
watched a
into
couple
Walking
episodes.
Dead?
Oh yeah, I love Walking Dead.
Fuck Walking Dead.
But I don't have a problem with it.
Have I sold enough? Should I keep selling?
Well, why?
And it's the most current.
Okay.
It's the most hip. It's the most happening.
Let's hear Jody next, and then we'll talk about it.
All right. So I picked the Punisher, and I think this is a character that has been portrayed many, many times, but never really hit the key. And I'm hoping that Netflix, because if you look at the recent record that they've had with a lot of the comic book translations that they've done, is they really pay attention to the details. And I find it's worked out well for a lot of them. So, like, even if you look at, like, Jessica Jones, for instance, that was a great series, in my opinion. And it's a series that some people will say, yeah, is a little off, but it's, for the most part, it's not bad. And I just think I think that they can give the treatment that it deserves. I think Punisher, there's nothing really all that interesting about Punisher per se, but I think how they can make it, like, how they can bring that character to life in the series, I think is what's going to make it great. So it's going to be, you're going to have a lot of violence in the show. It's going to be fantastic for that. A lot of action's going to be in it just because of based on the source material.
Seen
So
it.
Well, of course you've
Seen it.
So?
Seen it.
Yeah.
We just saw it. We just
Apparently
saw
you've
like
seen
eight episodes worth of this shit.
Did ya?
Yeah. Did you see Daredevil season 2?
No.
It's loaded.
Don't watch
It's all
Daredevil.
about Punisher.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
So if it says it sounds like you enjoyed it.
I did. But
Cool.
the reason why mine is better than yours is because mine is fresh and new, and yours is tired and old and Punisher.
But I think the audiences, for the most part, have shown you the fact that they rather have that tired formula that's done correctly than
of
have
course.
new IP all the time.
Yeah, of course. People hate something new and fresh and different.
Well, in a lot of scenarios, they do when it's not done the way that they want it done, right?
Is Punisher in the Defenders? Do you know?
I have no idea.
I don't think he
so.
is. Because he's a vigilante.
Mhm.
So but technically, then Ben can't argue against you saying that. Well, Punisher's in the Defenders.
Why are you helping us?
Just saying.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to make up my mind.
Oh.
So he's saying, but his argument was basically just
He didn't really have much of an argument.
his argument was
I'm a
like,
catch-all.
I didn't need much of one.
he's like all these guys are in the Defenders anyway. So anything you say about your guys is just
But again,
double true for mine.
Oh, that's true.
my
We did say
counter
that,
to that is Ultron. Age of Ultron. There's a superhero team-up movie that was shite.
Oh, it was terrible.
Yeah, but the first
Terrible.
Avenger's good. It doesn't mean that the team up's
Agreed.
bad.
But what I'm saying is you don't instantly have a hit just because, all you guys are in my
Let's
shit.
put all these
You know what I
characters
mean?
together, and they're going to be an instant
He's not
classic.
really...
You want to rebuff?
Well, no, that doesn't mean that it's automatically going to be done correctly. But the point being, if you strike the gold with each particular character, then what that gold is going to have to be present in the all team up movie. Otherwise, it's not going to work as a team up because that's the point of a team up. So it's still gonna, if it's gonna be a decent one that everyone actually clicks onto, have to incorporate all of the things which all of the other shows did successfully.
I think mine will be the most popular because history has already shown how much people like the Punisher. There's so many varieties of it. It's going to be good. Plain and simple.
Sure.
Give it to
Because
Scott.
people like just... Oh, yeah. Because he's the sexiest. Because I sold
That might have
sexy.
actually been what was in Dave's head.
Good for him.
Dave's
I
like,
picked.
Dave's like, he is sexy. I'd fuck him.
I picked
I would too.
Iron Fist because it's new.
I
It's
don't
something-
even need to put him in a dress.
It's something different. It wasn't.
Mark my words, gentlemen. 6 months from now, mine will be the only one still on the air.
Well, yeah. Like I know what we're gonna, like. I think I would have leaned towards Punisher, but I don't know if you argued it strong enough.
No,
so.
I didn't. Absolutely
Really?
not.
You think Punisher series is
I
going to
think
be...
the Punisher series is going to do fantastic.
I think it'll do well because the guys from Walking Dead.
Everything
so you
I've
have
seen
that.
of Punisher on Daredevil has been amazing.
It was very
and,
good. It was well portrayed.
I don't watch Daredevil, though, so.
You ready for music?
Sure.
All right. The question is a kind of an open-ended question, and you can answer it any way you wish. And I will simply take Whoever I feel argued it the best. However, whatever position you want to take, there's no wrong answer here. Why is the quality of music deteriorating? Starting with Scott.
Well, this is a tough one. I don't know if the quality of music is necessarily is falling down so much as I know as someone who played, it's harder to find places to play because you can't so many noise problems. Plus, I've heard this, the TV. Everybody's fighting the fucking TV. You know, nobody can get, now you can get everything. You can get porn, you can get everything. No one's getting out of their house anymore to come out and see live shows. So
What about music videos? Why can't they make those?
I don't know. I have no idea. I know.
What would they play them on?
But I
YouTube.
know.
Oh, okay.
I am also not one of those guys who's like the music scene is dead. I always try and find new stuff that I like.
Okay.
Because life's too fucking short to be like, music stopped when I was 10 or 20 or whatever the fuck. Too many people do that, and I watch them get fucking old really quick. That's something Todd Sugarman said at one of his things. That's the key to life. Keep finding new music.
All right, Benny?
You're really fucking up this rotation today, aren't you?
Well, yeah. Oh, sorry. Do you?
I can also tell you the best
I'm
album
okay
to
with it.
fuck to.
Doesn't matter.
And that would be Panic at the Disco.
I disagree. And I'll tell you why.
I disagree.
The best album to fuck to is Muse.
There's some good. There's some good music. There's some good music.
I've had very good luck
But
with
it's a
that
little
album.
whiny. Trust me. Panic at the Disco. Not the
You
most
barely hear
recent,
when somebody's
although that's
gargling
good.
your balls.
But it's one before it. It's really good. Trust me.
All right, anyway, Benny.
Hi, hi, Mrs. Jody. By the
You'll be
way.
experiencing
Does she ever
multiples.
listen to these?
Candace?
Yeah.
Once in a while. Very rare.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I hope you listen to this one, Candace. Much love. It's really nice, sitting next to Jody talking about his balls without you being here, I'm afraid.
She probably
So,
encourages it.
Well, yeah, I know. We'll take one for the
She
team.
loves
over here.
Benny, and she's only met him once.
Oh, well, I'm glad. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Safe.
She's like, I maybe I should come to the podcast tonight so I can see Benny. That's exactly what she said. And then I'm like, well, Scott Holden's on there. And
Well, that's kind of a
and
bit-
she's like, I don't know who the fuck Scott Holden
I'm the
is.
Jets. That's okay.
That's a bit stalkerish, to be quite
I'm
honest.
just the Jets.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice.
Benny and the Jets?
Benny and the Jets, yeah.
Do you
We're
play
all
piano?
Jets.
What?
He asked you if you
We're
played
waiting
piano.
for you now. I didn't ask you that.
Do you
That was
play
actually
piano?
Scott.
Do you
Piano?
play?
Fuck.
Do you play piano over there? Are you Liverpudlian? Are you?
From York.
So do I sound like fucking Dick Van Dyke when I'm doing a British accent to you?
Not really.
Probably.
It's
Nobody-
a jolly holiday with Mary.
I would say
nobody
more Jerry
sounds
Lewis.
like Dick Van Dyke, but Dick Van Dyke.
I would say more like Jerry
See,
Lewis.
that's not even as crazy as Dick Van Dyke.
I'm
That's
too
true.
good.
I know. Much, too higher quality. He was something else. Still good.
This
Anyway.
is going to be the worst edited show ever. I'm just telling you right now.
There's a lot of that, but bangs.
I know.
There's a lot of heavy breathing.
And that was Dave's head into the microphone.
Yes.
Future Dave, feel like an ass because you should.
The good thing is we're filming this so you can see the utter frustration for someone who's doing something he loves so much.
Yes, yes.
He's pretty frustrated.
You
right
just
now.
cut loose and have some fun.
Yeah, Dave's cute when he's
Dave's
angry.
like,
That's why I do it.
we got a timetable, guys. Come on.
Yes. Oh my God.
What are we going to do?
Someone from out of town will only be here for a day or two.
Yeah, we're still all waiting for Ben's answer.
Well, I kind of agree with Scott in the fact that it's not deteriorating. And at the end of the day, if you go into a club and see something that you fucking never even seen before and it totally clicks with you, then boom, music's not deteriorating. Like one of my fucking most favorite bands I only discovered like a year ago.
Who?
Nightwish.
Don't know them.
Yeah, I can't
One of
think
my
of
favorite
that.
bands has always been producing stuff that's interesting. They Might Be Giants.
Oh,
So,
I love They Might Be Giants.
Me too.
Ever since Animaniacs.
I've always.
That's when I fell in love with them.
That is one of the bands that my wife and I bonded over when we met. So
Oh, yeah,
we sort
cool.
of kind of grew up with them.
I love that band.
Me
They're
too.
great.
Me too. And they're from Brooklyn.
We need them on this show.
Actually, they're from Massachusetts, but then they
And we'll just put Dave away for the night.
got crazy in Brooklyn.
Okay.
right, let's go.
Jody, do you have a different answer?
My answer was more direct and to the point. We're all getting old. And
But you don't have to.
Well, no, but what I'm saying
Well,
is,
I'm not sure if that's
I
true.
think that's the perception that we get is as we
Well,
get older, we don't
okay.
enjoy the same music. We mature music-wise. Or, for instance, we kind of...
You don't ever have to be a grown-up.
No, absolutely not. I'm a clear example of that.
Yeah.
But, and ask anybody, they'll tell you.
Sure will.
I can't wait till we get to the sports question.
I can't remember the sports question, but anyway.
I never
But
heard
I
the
just think
sports
I think the main thing is that you you progress in life, and as experiences build up in your life, you look at songs and songwriting in a different way.
Okay.
So what ends up happening is you, like, for instance, when you're in 20, when you're in your 20s, you got kind of that angsty, I'm invincible kind of thing going on. And then you get in your 30s and, maybe you have kids at this point and, now you're starting to appreciate lyrics more, stuff like that. And I think
Start listening to that fucking soulful 70s.
No, but
You're getting the
but you
book out of
understand
the
what I'm
CD
saying.
and you're getting the lyrics.
You're not looking for all the time.
Where's
you're
that Tracy
looking for other
Chapman
things.
disc?
You're not looking just for the beat?
Well, it's not just what orally is stimulating. Now it's what's orally stimulating. The lyrics have to make more sense, stuff like that. At least for me, anyway. in my
Orally
experience.
stimulating?
He likes to be orally
I
stimulated.
like to be orally stimulated to
Yeah.
music.
Oral or
Don't judge me.
hourly?
I wouldn't
Don't
judge
judge
that.
me. Don't judge me.
Orally.
But anyway, I think as you progress, you're obviously getting older, and your experiences in life change how you feel about things.
Mhm.
And something that was fun 10 years ago, you now go, looking back at that, why was I doing that? We've all had that. And same thing with
Kiss.
music. Music, there you go, perfect example. Because you know what? When I was
Fucking
younger,
kidding me? I
I
love
fucking
Kiss.
loved Kiss.
Me
Kiss
too.
forever.
And now any song that comes on, I cringe.
Kiss
Fuck
were
yeah,
like
Kiss
when I
for
was
life.
7. Kiss were like comic books and rock music fused into one.
Absolutely.
I mean, and that's the way
they
I
had
saw
their
them.
own fucking pinball game.
Yeah, to me. But then when I got older and I actually put the songs on, I'm like, wow, all these songs are about fucking and drinking.
Yep.
Like, I can't believe that my parents saw me as a 7-year-old singing this shit.
Oh yeah.
But they had the pay. I like to think they had the wisdom to know, when I see shit now with my kids, when I know it's over their head,
There's a lot of shit that's over kids' heads.
Cat in the Hat. We went and saw that movie, which I
Yeah,
loved.
yeah.
But there was all kinds of adult embedded humor.
Yeah.
The kids
Yeah.
don't get that shit.
Well,
They
even-
just see the funny guy in the suit.
You know what I watched today? I watched with my son. I watched Spaceballs.
Good
And I
great
forgot
one.
I forgot how much sexual shit is in Spaceballs. But it's kind of hidden to the point that you don't really notice it.
Yeah,
Gotta
No
be
kid
me.
gets it, right?
Yeah,
and
yeah,
and
yeah.
every time a really dirty shit would come on, right, I'd look over at him to see if he's caught on, right? I just want to
Well,
know
the
if he
truth
has.
is, if the kid gets it, he gets it. Then
Either way, it
he's
doesn't
in the
matter.
club, you know.
Yeah, either way, it doesn't matter in my opinion.
You don't
But-
have to explain it now.
But that
off
same
the hook.
that same logic can be brought to you with music as well. And I think what ends up happening is we again, it's the experiences of life. They change your outlook on things that you enjoy. And I think what ends up happening is you end up progressing into something else. And we all have that band that we listened to 10, 20 years ago that we thought was fucking amazing and we would never give them up. And now you won't give them the fucking time of day when it comes up on the radio. I loved AC/DC when I was younger. And now it's like, meh. It's like, whatever. They're all the same.
Oh, it's more like I can't believe these guys are still doing this.
Well, no, but it's the same fucking recording you've heard for the last 25 years, right? Whenever there's a hiss
Oh,
and
yeah,
a
they're-
pop in the fucking song, right?
yeah, they're not writing new tunes.
No, exactly, right? So, they're writing new tunes, but nobody's giving a
Are
shit.
they?
Yeah.
I didn't know if they
Yeah,
were.
they still
I
are.
thought-
Yeah.
If they're doing a pitting on hits kind of thing.
No, they're still doing albums.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
AC/DC?
I still love
Brian?
every. No, I mean I still love every fucking piece of music.
Okay, how old are you?
31.
Yeah.
Well, I do like it.
And
I
I think
there's
that's part
certain
of it.
a lot of AC/DC.
Oh, yeah?
I
Trust me,
throw on
that's
and
part
on.
of
How
it,
old are
dude.
you?
Huh?
How old are you?
I'll be 40 next
And a
year.
lot of music is about
Oh,
mood.
no.
Do you like all contemporary
Are you like
music?
36?
Do you like
No.
most contemporary music?
No.
Do you lo-
I can say that I like something out of most contemporary music. That's true. I can always find something I like.
Oh, I'm the same way. Even if you look at your pop 40, 3/4 of the pop 40, I wouldn't even give the time of day to. But there is the occasional.
I
song that
love
don't
Taylor
like.
Swift.
Oh, I
Only
love
because
Taylor Swift too, and that's kind of
She's yummy.
sad that it's.
Delicious.
Yeah, she would be
Delicious from head to toe.
You know what? I think she would taste.
Yummy.
She would
yummy.
taste like cherries.
All right. How about
Jesus.
I'm with you.
Do you disagree with anything the others have said?
I don't necessarily.
No,
disagree
Taylor
with them.
Swift is fuckable.
I think my argument is probably the most deepest of the arguments.
Yes.
I think
But-
all three of our arguments are totally the
But
same.
they're almost the
Yeah,
same
I think
thing.
they are. It's like there are bad
I
things
just
going
said it
on
better.
in music.
I think we broke your question.
I think you broke the question, so you all get points.
Yay!
I also think that
That's
Good
kind of
work,
a
team.
cop-out.
the download thing is a double-edged sword. Everybody, it's like podcasting. Everybody can get it out there, but now that everybody can,
I still buy physical albums.
There is so much. Are you one of those guys?
Me
I still
too.
do.
Fucking CDs all the way.
If there's
And the one you're committing to is the CD.
Fuck yeah.
Ooh,
Oh yeah.
why not go vinyl?
Mine, it's not fucking huge.
Vinyl is saving the fucking record industry. That's what it's all
That's
about
true,
right
yeah.
now.
I don't know,
Because
but they're fucking.
I
They're
have
too
tons of
big.
vinyl.
I can't store all that shit.
I agree. That's why
Plus, I
fucking
started
hate
with CDs.
CDs. I hate it all now. I like digital media. The last time
digital's great.
when is bankruptcy and having to give up my home is when I realized, hey, having to carry all this shit around really sucks. I'm going
Absolutely.
digital.
Yeah, man. All right. We're going to move on to sports.
Bad.
Sports question this week is, talking to Scott, I'm like, okay, we got to do a sports question. He's like, I don't really follow sports. I don't even understand why people cheer for teams. I'm like, that's brilliant. Let's just ask that question. Why do people cheer for teams?
Well, then he already had a disadvantage because he said he didn't know how they do that.
Yeah, well, he's
already got a statistical disadvantage at this point.
He's basically arguing that it's dumb that people do it.
Fandom is stupid. At least as it currently exists.
Do you two, are you on the same page about this? Do you just want to argue that?
You're rooting for a fucking corporate brand and nothing more.
Okay, what do you guys got?
I think sports.
Notice there's a huge trademark under everything you root for.
Well, yeah, but you're also
No
drinking.
heart, no
you're
soul.
drinking Diet Pepsi right now, which has the trademark all over it too.
Yeah, but I'm not rooting for it.
Sure you are. Every time you buy the product, you're rooting for it.
Yes,
It's-
I believe that
they're
this
using-
shit water tastes far better than other shit waters. But and
you
honestly,
go.
like I'm drinking this as a soft drink. I know that it's shit.
Well, of course.
I'm not rooting for it. Like I'm not wearing brands of it. You don't see any Pepsi shit on me anywhere. You don't see.
no, you
any
have a
fucking-
Robin shirt on right
You
now.
don't see any
I'm sure you
camel
can
stuff.
find a shirt
Yeah,
that says Pepsi on it.
that is true. I'm wearing a Robin shirt because you know what? He's a comic book character. Doesn't exist.
It's true.
No one pays him to pretend he's from a team or from an area, so you can root for them.
Benny, why do you cheer for the Devils? Why does it matter?
It's too much, man. It's too deep. I can't even do it. Right now.
It's like I have way too much.
Haven't you? hasn't anyone ever seen the fucking film Fever Pitch? There's a British one with Colin Firth about Arsenal. The guy's an Arsenal fan.
Right.
And then it was remade with Jimmy Fallon and Drew Barrymore, and it was called The Perfect Catch.
That was called Fever Pitch.
And nobody saw
Oh
that.
my
Fever
God,
Pitch?
Dave is like, I'm gonna correct you on this, sir. You are wrong.
I'm going to tell you that
No, the
fandom
original movie was
is-
Fever Pitch,
is
but then
unlocked
when they
in a
made it with Drew
cheesy-
Barrymore, it was The Perfect Catch.
Is that true?
I think he's wrong on that one.
What an awesome.
Google it.
Either way,
I'm
so
pretty
how
sure
is
they
how
were
does
in a
this
movie.
how does this rom-com define fandom?
It basically explains it
sports
perfectly. It's
enthusiasm.
just, really, you haven't seen it? God damn it, because that makes, he pretty much sums it up perfectly.
I think the reason why is because it brings friends and family together. It's a common goal. It's something that brings the group back together, kind of like the campfire used to of an early day.
Then why?
So did Nazi armbands.
Why do we? Why do we
I'm
cheer
not
for?
saying it's good or bad. I'm just saying that that's what it is.
Why do we cheer for different teams? Like, why? My dad's a Leaf fan. I'm not. I'm a.
Well, some people know better and some people don't. There's not really anything I could do about that. Why do they change? Well, because everybody has preferences as well. The same reason why I love the color red and you like the color whatever else that you enjoy, right? Like everybody has a favorite color. It doesn't make it right or wrong. It's just that's what it is, right? You pick it.
But how does this thing that you have no control of, how do people sort of adopt this ego as their own? Like when your team wins, you had nothing to do with it.
Oh no.
Especially
not
if
at
you're
all.
at home watching it on TV. You weren't even contributing
It's
to
your
the
team that
vibe
you
in the
follow,
in the hizzy.
But that's about
You-
as far
yeah,
as
you
you
were.
went with it.
You were still contributing.
How are you?
Okay,
contributing?
if you want to get all spiritual and say that, oh, my energy into the universe, fine. But either way,
I don't know if Betty was going that route,
I
but
kind of was.
it's still. Were you? Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
Kind of surprised on that, but all right.
Getting back to the movie, like I don't know.
noistic science.
The main point that Colin Firth makes in the movie is that it's like a reciprocal relationship. It's like they play because they're the fucking best or whatever at this particular thing, which is, pretty ancient, that's been passed it through the ages. But it doesn't mean anything unless a huge group of people care about what they do, and vice versa. So they wouldn't want to play the game unless it was for, fucking adulation. And these guys wouldn't want to watch it if they knew these guys didn't give their heart and soul to it. That's only the core of it, or the small portion.
Sports stadiums are destroying the U.S. They're a fucking blight on us.
They're
right now.
expensive.
Oh,
They're expensive. They get corporations get underwritten to get them. They get
Yeah.
insane contracts.
Tax dollars.
They make all this money. We give the state, gives them all kinds of subsidies and bullshit. We get nothing. They
Right.
claim jobs, but it's fucking low end jobs.
Yeah, for someone like you,
But
who's-
how many jobs
you
are
want
wiping
fries
out
with
to
that
put one
kinda,
in?
yeah.
for someone like you who's not a sports fan, do you want your tax dollars going towards sports teams?
Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. And not towards
That's-
sports stadiums. and all that bullshit.
Well, that's fair enough, but like,
And then as soon as you try and push back, they threaten to leave, pull all these games. So
What do you guys?
I can say that the
can you
U.S.
counter that?
definitely takes that way more serious than we do. But
yeah, that's
yeah,
true.
for sure.
That is very
for
true.
sure.
But you guys hockey. But the thing about hockey is you
hockey,
don't
yeah, same
need
thing for
quite
us.
as much infrastructure. I mean, you just don't.
You need ice.
You need
yeah.
ice, yeah.
That's
you need
not-
ice and some sponsors. That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
And you can do it in a smaller venue. Is my point. You don't need the fucking big stadium mega.
Yeah, but they do games in big stadiums too.
Yeah.
Do you guys do
stadium
the
and
bi-
series
Are you
as
guys
well.
going crazy with? Here's another thing I think that is I think signifies a death knell of sports. The glorification of a certain class by making all these press boxes and corporate boxes. That is
it's
rampant.
turned into that Titanic, right?
Yeah,
the same
exactly.
idea.
It's very much so. Like, and that's where now stadiums make their money because nobody wants. They know that the people down in the seats can't pay those inflated prices for $100 a seat for every game.
Yeah.
Or whatever,
It's basically the Coliseum all over
It
again.
really is, and
Yeah.
that signifies the end of a civilization. One of those signs.
it's a 7th
Is this the-
year. Yeah, but that's just the corporate stuff. Like, that's not the sport. That's just what assholes, again, middle-aged white men in nice suits decide to do.
Yeah, like we
with
cheer
what
for
their
we
privilege
cheer
is.
for like high school teams, for
Yeah.
instance, and that's not.
2 of my friends played in the park. I'll fucking be cheering
Okay,
them on
let me
depending
ask
on
you
what
this.
they're doing,
How many people in this room are wearing any high school team logos?
Well, right now
Not
I'm
me.
not, but I have.
None.
He's wearing his.
He's got one.
Okay, you are, but you're wearing it under another corporate logo with a Budweiser logo tattooed to your head. We got the
Well, all
Stanley
right,
Cup
okay,
over
okay,
here.
yeah.
We got the Devils up there, plus your own team. So we'll give that a
One of
pass.
them, yeah.
That is a true amateur. So
The Flames is no corporate logo. It's an amazing brand, like a symbol of hope and greatness.
it's not-
Well, it
it's
was
not
until
unlike-
about, what, 86?
it's not unlike a Mets
80.
a Mets thing. Although we had a great season.
Yeah.
They had a great season.
You're a Mets
that's,
fan?
That's the only team I'll passively watch, and it's because my son
There's
loves
another
it.
thing that's the difference between the States and, like, Canada, in my opinion. Like, Canada, yeah, baseball is a very big thing in Canada, but it's not nearly as big as in the States. Like, it is just...
It's kind of dying in the States, to tell you the truth.
Really, eh?
Compared to football.
They're way bigger
Just-
into the football.
Well, obviously.
But I
football
think the
takes-
football, I was telling these guys last night, I think this is the zenith. I think this
Oh,
is and I was talking to the guy from PBR about this, and he agreed. I was like, someone gets it. I
Yeah.
think this is the pinnacle. I think this is zenith. You won't see it get worse than this because of the head injury.
This is
thing.
it, eh? Yeah.
The head injury.
So
thing.
they finally hit their kind of, like, thing where they've now had to kind of pull back, right?
No, I think it's the moms.
That's
Quite
fine.
simply. While there
Well,
are still, crazy ones out there, I think at the end of the day, when push comes to shove, most moms don't want their boys to get fucking brain dead by the time they're,
Well, I would
That's
say that
right.
would probably be a goal.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yes.
So, and now that let's face it, the cat's out of the bag
Yeah.
about the brain stuff, and that there is no safe, mild, repetitive brain injury in a game.
Yeah.
Smashing yourself repeatedly against someone else. They say it's like a car wreck every 4 seconds or something.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Well, it's not really up to mom, is it?
Sure it is.
If Johnny want to do what Johnny want to do, then you got to let
If
him
she
do
don't
it.
sign the permission slip in school, that kid ain't playing jack shit.
Well, then when he grows up, he might still get into it.
And that's
If
a
If you want to
whole-
follow your dreams,
That's a
yeah.
whole other thing.
Benny
And here's the
doesn't want
thing.
anybody's listeners to have crushed dreams. That's
Here's the other thing about football in particular. Nobody can play it. Baseball, at least there's an illusion of anybody can do it.
yeah.
Football, you have to be a 400-pound freak to play it now. You just do.
No, you
Be
don't,
about
man.
that.
That's
There's
only
a lot of there's a
a
lot
certain
of light guys.
positions you do.
There's a lot of like
Most.
You're a blocker.
Any line
or-
position, which
No,
is the
that's-
majority of the positions on the team.
There's many different kinds of athleticism involved in it, which, it takes advantage of all sorts of aspects of physics. which
Hey,
I
I'm
like,
all for
but-
football, but I say if these motherfuckers want to play war, why don't we put some claymores out there, maybe some fucking razor wire, and time the fucking ball to explode. You will see a lot more handling.
If any,
A
and
lot
if,
more passing will be going on.
and look,
Randomly.
hot potato, yeah.
Total random. Rig it for random. You just know it'll be somewhere between 10 and 30 seconds. Which is about how long they play anyway before they have to fucking line up and play all that bullshit again.
It's true.
All right.
So you lose
I'm
the
not
guy.
a football fan by any stretch of the imagination.
I'm ready to make my ruling.
Couple of random claymores. Come on, watch a fucking quarterback explode as he makes it right just shy of the end zone, and the quarterback is toast.
Well, if anyone wants to strap their shit on and play that sport, and they want to get paid for it, then I think they should be allowed to fucking
Now
do so.
then, I would have respect.
Yeah.
I would give them props because they're risking.
Nobody
their fucking
forces you out
lives.
on the ice or the field. If you go out there, you know what can happen. You might bump your head repeatedly.
Maybe some crocodiles.
True.
Maybe on the 20-yard line.
And you know, the two guys that are boxing have both consented to it. They both know what they're getting to.
Yeah.
You know, it's
If you don't like getting punched in the face, don't,
Don't
be a boxer.
What I really like is the new what they call MMA or whatever, mixed martial arts, which
yeah.
is essentially. Come on, let's face it. That's human cockfighting.
Well,
that is exactly what that is.
If you think about it like this,
is.
like
It's human cockfighting. It's
they've marketed it really well too.
they really have. They've actually convinced people that it's safer than boxing.
Yeah.
right, yeah,
Guys like having their legs like
Snap.
knees busted, and you see it like dangling there. But that's safer than boxing.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, I don't like getting stabbed either, but like if there was like an underground like fight club with like or like kill like to the death club,
It's okay. Dave is already ghetto.
that would be
We're good.
illegal, right?
Yeah,
You'd still watch it,
That
wouldn't
would
you?
be
Basically.
I'd still watch it if they let me, but like
See?
it's illegal, and like I think maybe football should be illegal if it's too dangerous to play.
What? No, how could
I agree
fuck
with you.
that?
Okay, Mom.
Freedom. Why would you take
Freedom.
people's freedom away?
If these
They
guys
want to
know
play
what
a
they're getting
sport.
into.
Just let
Well,
them.
because you are taking some people's freedom away, and here's how. Like some of those guys who get those head injuries later in life are blowing their brains out because of chronic depression, because of repetitive head
Wait,
injuries.
They know that might happen.
They're finding it more and more. No,
Or they
but
kill
here's the
other
thing.
people.
But here's the thing: they knew for a long time and denied and hid the evidence.
But this is a different debate. We were talking
It's
about
kind of like the cigarette shit.
we were
It's
talking
really
about
true.
like
Dave's losing control.
why people cheer for certain teams and are loyal to other teams, and
We've gone way off.
It brings people together.
I'm just
Oh,
bringing
yeah.
everything negative about sports to make it.
and I think
toxic
Scott
event.
has made enough points to win the point, so Scott wins the point.
Fuck
But
you.
he doesn't agree. He's still going to watch hockey. I know.
I'm never listening to your podcast ever again.
I know
That's
you don't
not
listen.
true.
It's okay.
I do.
All right, we're moving on to history.
All right. What's the question?
The
Dave?
history round question is: what's the best system of government?
Oh.
Well, don't they?
We'll start with
To
Petty.
Yeah, I thought so.
I'm going to quote George Bush. I want to quote George Bush on this one.
Go ahead.
Dictatorship would be all right, just as long as you're a dictator.
So, what's the best system of government?
What did I say?
Anarchy.
No, I didn't.
You said no government.
That would be very
No, I
British of
didn't. I
you.
was very specific.
Well,
Well, then how come you don't fucking remember what it was?
I don't remember, but I remember being
that's
very specific.
but I don't
And you
remember
wrote
what
it
it
down.
was.
yeah.
But I'm gonna fight you.
But that's not what I said. Well,
That's not
then
what I
just
said.
say what you said.
Yeah,
Let's say it then, jackass. Well, I don't know what I said.
I can't remember.
I'm awarding.
It
The,
wasn't that though.
I'm awarding the points to Dave.
Isn't he the host?
He wins that one.
Dave actually wins.
So what did you say? I said
Was it Zoe Nastrian or whatever the hell that is?
you basically said like nothing.
So no government.
That'll work.
Well,
Anarchy in the UK.
no, it's utopia.
It's not even. I don't know. The
Well.
thing is, at the end of the thing is, it doesn't really matter because every single kind of government just pushes against too many things, and then there's too many people not involved in the government, and there's just too many fucking people. It's not working. Every single kind is not working. People's own individual, what drives them to do what they do is ultimately what drives everything. And, we haven't got that long left anyway. Few hundred years, and I think we're done, to be honest. So we
well,
don't need to worry about it.
at least I got to the near end.
Jody?
I went with direct democracy, which for people who don't know what that is, direct democracy is basically democracy where everybody votes. Doesn't matter who you are, you vote. And the majority wins. Whereas we have elected officials, then that's how we kind of do it.
So every decision they vote on everything.
Vote on every major thing, yeah.
Yeah. So, hey, gay marriage, everyone.
What do you know about it? What do you actually know about the system you just proposed? Because I do know a little bit about it.
I don't know much about it. I'll be quite honest.
Well,
Actually, what it yielded more often than not, and I don't mean to shit on it because
No, that's
it's our fucking it's supposed to be our demo. That's like whenever our propaganda,
democracy?
U.S. propaganda is rooted in it's
Well,
how we go
direct
back
democ-
to Athens, which I don't know how we get there, but
Yeah.
it usually ended up in a lot of chaos. It was 6,000 people, and they all had to be, the first 6,000 who were males and more slaves showed up, could vote. And it very often got chaos because what would happen was factions would fight against each other. And it would. And then the Greeks actually had this really interesting thing called, when someone's ostracized.
Yeah.
That's where the word comes from. They would vote you out for 10 years. So what usually happened was whoever was the most successful or good at something, and this happened to, the 300, the guy who engineered all that shit, the Navy guy who helped win that, he was ostracized as a reward because he got too big for his britches. So that's democracy,
Well,
I think. Direct
I'm looking at-
democracy is a
yeah.
little rough.
Well, direct is a little bit more hardcore, I think, and I think that's what I'm looking for. But
What's yours, Scott?
I'd probably go with Republic. Hate to say it, but I mean,
Republic.
yeah, the Republic.
Explain.
Voting for professional politicians to represent your interests. Now, our system is fucked, but
You mean like the United States is a republic?
yeah, we're fucked.
Is Canada a republic?
No.
No, you guys are a or whatever it is.
Monarchy,
Yeah,
constitutional monarchy or
That's
something?
it. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Constitutional monarchy.
Do you see how it's all kind of meaningless?
Yeah, that's true. You know what? I'm getting on board there. But you know what? Here's what I'm going to no, because authoritarianism always leads to bullshit.
Yeah,
It-
there's no way.
It's sort of like I think that the left and the right are just sort of flavors, but what you have to watch out for is that authoritarian thing. And America right now seems to be falling into that.
Oh,
and it's
yeah.
very scary to me as someone who is not aligned with that.
It's scary to us.
I believe it. I don't get the Trump thing at all.
You got to remember,
He's like Mussolini.
we have the biggest border there is, right?
Yeah.
Like,
yes. And notice he's not. He hasn't
and
said shit
so
about
I'll
Canada.
tell you right now, Canada is very scared for you guys.
And notice he hasn't said shit about. I'm going to build the wall in Canada. It's going to be built out of the best maple you'll ever see.
Yeah, all
and
the
Canada's going to pay for it.
Yeah, good luck with that one.
Yeah, exactly. Well, fucking Mexico already told him to go fuck himself.
Oh, of course. If you guys want to build a wall,
An
you fucking build it.
ex-president actually said the word fuck. We are not paying for that fucking wall.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
That part I'll give him.
Amazing.
We're not paying for that fucking wall.
Yeah, he went out of his way to speak English and swear in English so that people knew.
Oh, wow.
He was a legend.
Okay, fight.
To the
fighting
death,
over- is this-
or what are we doing?
Why is yours the best?
Why is mine the best?
I don't
Any of
even
you.
know that I
It's an open
presented
question.
anything.
Whoever wants to speak up.
I don't think either one of ours.
What's
is
the topic? What are we talking about?
System of government.
What are we
What's the
doing?
best position sexually? What? Huh?
System of government. Which one's the best?
Well,
And you always said your answer. Why is yours better than the other guys?
Well, I don't think it's better. I'm actually.
You're out.
I'm not going to bat for fucking.
You're out. Okay, between you two.
It's better to have order than no order
Yes,
at all.
there I agree.
Why?
So I'm gonna have to say that mine's definitely better on that side. What do you mean why?
because it's just pretend order. It's just
Pretend
it's
order
just-
still gets order.
So
It's
you're
just
saying,
it's more chaos you can live with.
it's organized chaos. That's all it is.
well, here's the
alright.
deal. It's all about enforcement,
Yeah.
ultimately.
It's all about how it's enforced.
Can you back
yeah.
up your threat?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you can't, then how could you keep order?
Well, exactly.
Then you have anarchy. Back to your British bullshit with the anarchy thing.
Hang on a minute. So,
You Brits and your fucking anarchy signs, and your punk rock and your bullshit. Go back to England.
Oh.
No, he's sending
Oh,
you back.
he's bringing it.
He's not even in his.
He said it.
He's not even in his
I'm
own
the
country.
angry American.
He's trying to
I'm
kick you out of
sorry.
another.
I'm just gonna
country.
say,
Hey,
I don't
you know
want
what?
to
You ever
kick
hear
out
of
country. Just
yeah,
let you
did you ever
know.
hear
you
of
guys.
I hope you would stay.
Did you ever hear of Manifest Destiny?
We've heard of it.
Isn't that the fucking most obnoxious thing you ever heard of?
One of them.
It's our privilege to be here because we're white. And we can kill you. Yay, America. Hooray.
America. America.
Fuck yeah.
Why is
Yes, we're very hostile.
Why is no government better than his government?
Well,
Direct democracy.
It's not. You have to have some sort of order in society, plain and simple.
well, yeah, but as he just very correctly said.
Order.
Well, yeah, he said it exactly. Like, if you want order, you've got to enforce it. And if you're a motherfucker that's going to say to some other human, like some other person, like, right, I'm going to force you to think the way I think with violence, then what kind of fucking bitch-ass motherfucking asshole who needs to die straight away and get the fuck out of my face are you? At the end of the day, every
true.
level just builds to violence. If they're not responding to the other stuff you're trying to do and coax them psychologically, which is kind of psychological violence, then you're eventually just going to go to physical violence.
Giving it to Benny.
Give it to Benny. You're a
Benny
biased
and the
bastard.
Jay.
Benny made a good point based
So
on.
me and Benny now, basically one of us has to get a point.
Well, Jody, you have 2.
I think I
It looks
argued
like
both
Scott's
sides of
already
that at
making
one
it.
point or another.
Scott
Scott's making it no
Scott
matter
has
what.
3.
That's
and
I'm the guest.
Benny has 2.
I'm a token win. I have a feeling. Now he's gonna. No, now he'll
Wait,
smash me down.
I'll tell you
'cause I
right
said
now, if you've listened to any of our episodes, there's no token win.
that. Okay.
Yeah.
No, there really isn't.
You have to
But
earn-
I am
you
the
have to earn
token
'em.
American.
You got to earn
You
these.
gotta earn them. What's that?
But I am the token American.
Yeah, but have we had any Americans?
Well,
win?
we have an American, a Brit, and a whatever you are, Canadian, Aussie.
Whatever I am.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm a fucking.
You're an
mutt.
Aussie?
Yeah,
I'm half Aussie, half English.
yeah.
Australian?
But I was
Aussie?
but I was born here, so I'm still
So you're
Canadian.
Canadian.
Yeah.
Why do you guys do that stupid thing? I thought we only did that stupid
What
thing.
stupid thing?
Like
What,
that
the
thing where
ethnicity
people
thing?
say, "Where are you from?" And I'm Irish, English, German. But like I was born in
No,
America.
no, we
I
don't
don't know
my
a thing about
genetics
it.
are those,
We,
but that's
we,
not
we,
where I'm
we
from.
do. We do it too.
Yeah. you
Yeah.
do. Wow.
Yeah.
So you're not so different.
It's a
after all.
generational thing, though.
We're not that different from the States. We just do certain things differently, as I'm sure
Never
you're aware.
blew, eh?
Never,
Never
blew.
blew.
On to the wild card round. The question is, what is the best Kevin Smith podcast out there right now? Starting with Jody.
All right, I went with Jay and Silent Bob Get Old. And the reason why I went with that one is because it's, in my opinion, the most random version of one. Yes, he does do his like annual, his little check-in and stuff like that. But it's more variety. Where I feel like you listen to Hollywood Babylon, you always know it's going to be in this order, and it's kind of it's more boring for me. I think
There's a lot of format to it.
there's a very big format to that show, and Jay and Silent Bob Get Old. Yes, it's still it's basically a therapy podcast, right? That now they've expanded it out, right? But yeah, there's always that part where he checks in and he's like, "Yeah, I'm fucking 5 years clean now," or whatever. But past that, most of the other stuff is fairly random, so you kind of get a little bit more of a variety.
They
I
tell a
guess.
lot of stories.
Yeah, it's a lot of backstories and stuff like that. Where I think
things that happen to them.
yeah, where they're kind of two different shows, though. Like the Jay and Silent Bob Get Old thing, I think is really for the fans. Like the fans themselves are going to be the ones that
I
really
think,
get the most out of it. Where
it's 'cause
Hollywood Babylon is a more general audience, I think. So with that, but I still think that it's probably the best one.
I'm desperately trying to keep quiet, not
That's fine.
lead or not.
Do you have anything else to say?
No, nothing right now.
You're up.
I'm gonna go with, and it's a real tough one because I really love Smodcast. I think it's the starter of
That's a
them all.
good one too.
But I personally have a huge soft spot for the show called Edumacation, in which he what I love about each show is each pairing reveals like a different side of Kevin and a different.
I don't know the
aspect
show
of-
as well, so you have to explain.
Edumaca-
You have to
okay,
explain it to me a bit.
So Edumacation was born as it's one of his first premise shows, and it was really Andrew McElfresh was a writer for Jay Leno's Tonight Show, and they met back when they did those Tonight Show bits.
Sure.
Yeah. The road shows, the side shows, or whatever they were. So they kept in touch over the years, and Kevin kind of sees Andrew as one of those. He's one of those science. He's a science guy. He likes science. He's into gadgets. He's into science.
Mm-hmm.
So Kevin thinks of him
Bill
as one-
Nye of the group.
yeah, he kind of thinks of him as one of the smartest people he knows.
Yeah.
So when that show was wrapping up, apparently, he went to him and said, "Yeah, what are you doing?" He's like, "I don't know. I'm going to be out of a job soon." And he said, "Well, why don't you come back to my house and we'll change your whole life?" That's what Kevin said to Andrew.
Oh yeah.
I always love that because it's Kevin right there.
Yeah.
So anyway, they started the show and it's based on science. So it's in 4 parts: the psi, the phi, the y, and the ultra sexy bi, which is actually spelled B-Y-E, as in they're saying goodbye. And each section deals with an aspect of science. But really, Kevin uses it as an excuse to get as blazed as I think I've ever heard him on some of his shows. Like it feels like he's going for, let me see how far I can go. And the other thing is, they're so different in personality. Edumacation Andy is very easy to embarrass. So light sexual humor will, and Kevin goes for the fucking throat. Like he has no problem talking about,
Oh yeah.
sex, and because he knows Andy is sensitive to it, he goes for it even more to, to break him up and to make him embarrassed. And
The science odd couple.
yeah, and I just love the show. Part of it also is that was the first show that had audience participation, and that was the show that launched onto Bone Crushing Juggernaut. And without Edumacation Andy, I don't know that I would be sitting here at this table, and that's the truth.
Okay, so how long's this show been around?
It started around the time That Man on Fat Man started, to tell you the truth. Because it's a spin-off of Kevin's show. It was one of those ones where he dropped it on Smodcast first.
Okay.
So probably was within 6 months, give or take, of starting.
And you've been on it?
He's been on my show several times.
But you've been on Education?
No, but they've called out our stuff.
Okay.
They would make I was BCJ. BC Juggernaut was the handle, the Twitter handle they wrote in on.
Right.
That we wrote in on. And Kevin was legitimately liking our stuff and sending us love, and it was really cool. And it kind of got a running gag. And so when people who listen to my show would know that BCJ led to That Man on Fat Man because my partner was getting sick of me always being Kevin this and Kevin that and blah, blah, blah. So that's when I started the other show. Mm-hmm. So many of the certainly the first That Man on Fat Man people were BCJ listeners. That was the only people I had to access. So it's sort of in my lore, and that's why I'm a big booster for it.
Cool.
And it's a smart show. You can learn little tips that you can use at cocktail parties and stuff, little cocktail science. It's loaded with that shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's
Yes.
cool.
Benny?
But he's like, what's the question?
I know what you picked earlier, if you've forgotten.
Yeah, I don't know. There's too many good ones though. I have to fold because I don't know.
You don't see
I
anyone
could go many ways.
You know what? I don't see anyone signing up for Talk Salad and Scrambled Eggs, which
No.
is his Frasier haven't podcast that most people haven't even caught on to yet.
I've heard about it. I want to listen to it.
Are you a Frasier guy?
I like Frasier.
You know what's funny now? Like, if you listen to it now, they're like probably 20 episodes in. They almost, like the last episode, I think they just cited that they're starting the episode. And then when that episode stopped, they were citing that they almost talked zero content about Frasier in any way, shape, or form. And I found that fucking hilarious. It was hilarious. So maybe they made a casual reference to like, oh, we're
And
here.
at that time, Niles, he was
that was really
upset about having to touch something dirty.
Oh yeah, this was really good. One of those. And then they're just talking about Jaws or whatever the fuck they were talking about.
I can't say I was a diehard fan of Frasier, but it was actually like I enjoyed the show when I watched it.
I watched it in its day. It had its time.
I didn't. I
Smart
wasn't like
writing.
I had to like watch that every time it came out. Like no, I wouldn't be that guy.
I think Kevin loves it because that was part of his domestication. Like I think that's a Gen influence show that that was something they grew to watch together.
Yeah,
And so, and it is smartly writ.
it is a really well written show.
When I say writ, a writ of habeas corpus.
Benny?
Well, I gave my answer.
What are you talking to me for?
He's a man of few words, isn't he? He's a man of few words,
My terrible British just came out.
What did he pick?
didn't he?
What?
What did he pick?
I don't know.
Because I don't remember him saying it.
You're the host. You should probably know this.
I know what he picked before. Like
I folded. I was like, there's too many
he
good
didn't pick
ones.
anything.
you
You're
said
right.
you said
There's too many
Smodcast.
good
is
ones.
that-
I could go several different ways.
Did you say
so,
Smodcast?
You know.
you
What
ori-
did you say?
You originally said Smodcast when I asked
Which is
you.
a strong
I was
pick.
just
that's
surprised that
all.
no one had picked it. is
Yeah.
all.
I have personal reasons for not, but I love that show. Don't get me wrong. You can't go wrong with the source.
Well, they're all good shows.
You want to throw it in, or you want to argue
Well,
Smodcast?
Batman on Batman though. Fucking Jay and Silent Bob.
They're all so damn.
It's not like you're saying you're gonna have to say any of those suck. You only have to say.
I
that,
also I should have to give props to that.
I think what
Fat
Benny's
Man
trying
on
to say is
Batman
he doesn't
my
want to
format.
say that mine sucks because he enjoys it.
Yeah, and that one too.
I agree. I enjoy all these.
All right. Why is
had
education
about
better
5 of
than Jay and Silent Bob Get Old?
Why is it better than Jay and Silent Bob? All right, here's my critique, which is I will base it all on substance, nothing on that. My problem with Jay and Silent Bob Get Old, although they've really gotten better, but it was way too repetitive for way too long. Like you could miss 10 shows and you wouldn't have missed anything, just because it just seemed.
Just the same cycle over and over again.
Yeah, and then
Which did happen. I do remember
the
that.
dance segment at the end of an audio show is a little weird.
Yeah, that's just
It
kinda
works
dumb.
in the club, but I would take it out of the show. Personally.
Yeah, I don't
That's
think
just me.
I don't think it needs to be in there for sure. I'll give you that.
But I will also say this: of late, as Jay has come into his own, and particularly the last year, that show has improved.
The last year's been
Massively.
phenomenally different.
Yeah.
Do you got anything to say against this show? Like why yours better?
No, I'm not against the show. I think it's
Let me guess, you probably haven't heard it that much.
no, not at all.
Because it's not like one of those obvious Kev shows. Like who the fuck's that guy?
Like if I knew it existed and I would definitely listen to it. It sounds like a fantastic idea.
yeah, you're gonna kick out.
But you know, it's
Wasn't the Bane of comedy on that show?
Oh yes,
But
Yeah.
but it's
it had
not,
no sense to be in there, but it just
yeah, like it's not a science show. It's something that should be on like Batman on Batman or something.
But you know,
Still
what? It's
funny,
sort of
man.
like since the bit was born there, I think, and I'll tell you, sometimes the audience will steer the show, and Andy would be the first one to admit it. I know that I was sending him tweets, more of this, more of, because I loved it. I thought
Right.
it was genius.
Nice.
And he reported that that's why it was back. And Kevin loves it, apparently. And that's all you need.
Yeah, like my show, obviously way more popular. We've even kind of proved this at the table already.
Way more popular than all of Kevin's shows.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that.
Yeah, well,
between our two shows,
I was ready to go
mine's
with you.
definitely more popular. Let's be honest.
Than Kevin's shows, of course, yes. Everybody knows Trivial Debates.
Yeah, obviously.
Of course, everyone does.
Thank you for acknowledging
Kevin
that.
who?
It's a big up-and-coming show.
Exactly. Yeah. Like we're on the verge,
We're right on the precipice.
right there.
They've got a cutting-edge logo that is in no way borrowed from anyone else or an homage to anyone else.
That's true.
Speaking from you,
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. Isn't yours
Mine
like
is a blatant.
yours is like a blatant ripoff? Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
it's like we changed the face.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes,
Face is
indeed.
different now. It's a
Actually-
fat guy.
Actually, no. What that any artist will tell you, Lightbox is the greatest tool. Saves a lot of time and trouble.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to give this one to Scott.
Yes, I
So
mean,
we
It was
have,
passion, wasn't it?
we have to do a quick tiebreaker between Benny and Jody.
Oh yeah.
It was passion.
Do you have anything in mind?
Scott has 4.
Let's see him kiss, and whoever pulls away first.
Okay,
We're not doing that.
All right, we're not doing
No,
that.
again.
I'm gonna stop asking Scott for
Truth
advice.
or dare?
That was
I, was only, I just want to see them both cringe.
You know
really
what?
fast.
At the beginning of the
And what's
episode,
scary is for a second there, they both kind of thought, are they going to make us do this?
All right, wild card tiebreaker question. You pick one or the other. Who's the funnier between this duo? Walt Flanagan and Brian Johnson.
Walt.
Brian.
You get Brian. Go, Walt.
Walt's just he's so awkward, and what makes him like I just find Brian Johnson annoying as fuck. Like he's just annoying. Like I'm not saying like he's a dick or anything. It's just he's annoying. Like he obviously hams it up more than he is in real life. Like it's blatantly obvious that he's just being a dick for the show. Like at least in my opinion anyway. And I don't know. I don't have any justification for that, but it's that's the impression that I get is that he's really like kind of. It's icing on for the show, like.
But nobody does that more than Walter.
Wow,
Why is Walter good?
Walter's like
Walter is
yucks.
just he's kind of like the anti-hero of that show. He's just like he's the guy that you want to root for just because oh hell it's the only option.
What a hell of a reason to get behind someone.
Thank you.
His TV persona is kind of different from his real persona.
Yes, he's way more shy in,
Oh my God.
in real life. Yeah, but I've met him and he's a really nice guy. But it's I think between the two of them, I think Walt's just more entertaining than to me anyway. Brian is just like every time Brian takes over something, you're just like, oh, for fuck's sakes! Like, yeah, he's gonna insult somebody. Okay, we know what's gonna happen, but like I just think Walt's more entertaining, and I think that's kind of what I'm basing the whole thing on.
Johnson.
No, when you just pretty much described all the reasons I have Johnson. Like,
Well, that sounds like a cop out to me.
no, man, he's a dark comedy genius.
I'm not gonna go.
It
that
speaks
far.
to my sensibilities anyway. He's
Yeah.
sarcastic as fuck, and yeah, he exactly is annoying on purpose.
Oh, it's absolutely annoying. Well, I think they both ham it up, and
Yeah.
obviously Walt hams it up just as much. But between the two, if I view them as characters, because really they are characters, they're not the same guys that are in real life. Between those two characters, I rather watch Walt before I even give the time of day to Brian. If I look at them as characters,
Can I chime in no way to affect?
Sure.
I would like
just
to
so
hear
I can
that.
give my own insight.
I would actually like
What-
your
what-
insight.
Okay.
What I perceive. I think that you guys both have sound arguments. I think that in terms of true comedy chops, I think Brian has it a little on Walt. But what Walt has is an instinct that is really good.
Yeah.
And Walt's sense of humor is just so quirky. You
Yeah.
don't.
You don't expect it, but then when
And you
it
don't
happens,
always-
you're like, "Ooh,
He's one of those guys who's making jokes for his own expense sometimes.
oh, absolutely."
Almost Kaufman, but not so blatant. Not so much
yeah,
you know it.
not so out there.
Like,
yeah.
it's
More.
when he,
It's more like
when he
kind
talks
of
about
back burner.
pretending to not understand people
Yeah.
and shit like that.
Yeah.
Which I find, so that stuff I do find interesting. But I think Brian has some, but this is the truth. The two of them together is really the key because they are such weird contrasts and such good friends that
Yeah.
the two of them together is where you find the real magic.
Well, which one's funnier on their own without the other?
which one's funnier. I still think the sense of humor of Walt is definitely funnier.
Imagine Walt on his own trying to crack jokes.
He's a comedian who needs crowd work. He needs people to bang off of.
Yeah,
He's not so
he's
funny.
He's the Pong machine version of that type of thing.
That's
he
why
bounces it off all the
if
time.
you notice, that's why he likes to collect people. He likes his little rat pack because it's kind of people that he can provoke to get.
Oh yeah, because you
material
can
out
you
of.
can bounce anything off of Ming. Like, let's be honest.
Well, no, more like Sunday Jeff and
Well, that's
even
fair.
better. What does it get him? Like get him, he loves because he's sort of like his. I don't know, his whipping boy / I mean, he loves him, but at the same time, there's this. It's that whack pack thing that many morning shows.
Walt's got a way better sense of humor, in my opinion. Like, I'm not saying that Brian isn't.
Here's what I
He's
say.
got a different type of humor.
Personally, Walter is sweeter. Like he's a sweeter person.
Is he?
I
I
hate
don't-
to put it in those terms, but like
I only met one of them.
put all the bullshit. He has you can feel a real moral.
Oh yeah, you
core
know he's a
with
normal
the
guy. Yeah.
But even more so than moral, I think he really like the Catholic thing penetrated him deeply,
Oh yeah.
and
yeah,
I
for
think
sure.
there's a lot of that in there, and that makes him kind of a.
I don't
good
know
soul.
if that helps me or not, but it's still it's.
He
it's
may
an insight.
say stupid shit, but he would never do
Yeah.
anything harmful to people.
Final thought?
You look pretty.
All right. Well, thank you for that. But Jody gets it.
That was a smart way to go.
All right.
There's a speed round.
So we're going to speed round. The score is
Whose dick is bigger?
Scott
Right now, you're I
4,
believe.
Whose dick is
Jody
Millard,
bigger?
not a show.
2.
Yeah, I'm 2 points behind.
So you're 2 points behind. We're going into the movie round. We're going to do a Kevin Smith speed round in honor of That Man on Fat Man.
Advantage mine.
And here we go. Movies.
Yes.
Who was the more influential person in Kevin Smith's movie career? Was it Bob Hawke or Harvey Weinstein?
Ooh, that's a tough call. I would say Bob Hawke because if it wasn't for Bob Hawke, he wouldn't have gotten to Harvey Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein was the money. That's what made it happen.
That's a good point.
Plain and simple. Money runs that industry.
Yeah, but if you didn't have someone at your back turning you on to like every person in the industry saying, "Hey, you should check this film out."
But Kevin has what he has
There would
because
be
of
no-
Weinstein.
There would be no article by Amy Talbin, which
True.
put him on the map and sort of legitimized him.
At least at that point in time.
There would be no what's his name? Josh. No, there's another gay guy who really was influential in pushing him to Harvey Weinstein.
Tusk?
Tusk, thank you. Mark Tusk. Yeah.
He's gay?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No.
Really?
No, I didn't know.
We're not outing this guy on.
No. This is he
Okay.
is out.
So like this is something that.
Yeah,
okay.
that's why I'm pretty sure they talk about it in
I-
Snowball Effect.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because Kevin makes the wow, I didn't even know. Like I was so oblivious that it was around me and I was so unaware.
Okay.
Money is what made his career happen. Plain and simple. Without that money, without that backing, nothing would have happened.
Is that it?
That's it.
I disagree. Because how would he have gotten in front of that money anyway?
To get in front of money is one thing. To actually get it spent over and over and over again is a whole other thing.
All right.
I disagree because I think at that point
He has what he has
Had
now because of the
Weinstein-
long career he's had because of all the money they're throwing at him.
Had that point Weinstein not pulled the plug, you never know. Someone else might have. Maybe Lionsgate right down the road.
Possibly.
So
Absolutely.
then in that case, Harvey Weinstein not as important as Bob
Same
Hawke.
thing can apply to you, though.
Not as much pusher, not as much, like you need backers.
I'm going with Jody.
Money is money.
All right. Good argument, guys. It was tough.
Yes, it is a tough call. I mean, I see the point.
Yeah, me too.
All right. Moving on to TV. The TV question is, what property or TV property Kevin Smith's been associated with is the best overall product?
I'll take Clerks, the animated series.
One season.
Amazing.
That wasn't that
Doesn't
great.
need it. 6
It was
episodes.
the
field
same
goal.
jokes over and over again.
Actually,
It wasn't bad, but-
what I like to say is 3 episodes good. The other 3, the first 3 episodes are good. The last 3 are fucking genius. Brilliant
Genius?
on every level.
I don't know about that.
Oh, they are. That's my
All
opinion.
right, Dave, give him the damn point.
All right, Scott.
And it's the commentary, if you go to those discs, is awesome.
Commentary is good.
And plus you get palatial estates.
Yeah,
So it may not have been the greatest series, but it spawned a great video.
that's true.
Okay, the next round is music.
Brian really liked it.
The music round question is, which Kevin Smith movie has the best movie soundtrack?
Oh, I don't know about that.
And it's a personal taste thing. I really like the Clerks soundtrack, in all honesty. I really like
The
it.
Clerks soundtrack's pretty good.
I mean, it's just such a cool, like, you get, as soon as I hear it, it just gets me going. So I'm in. And yeah, Chewbacca, that silly, some of those sillier experiments. A lot of the other albums feel like the old Hollywood, let's pull a hip soundtrack.
Yeah, which they are, but I think probably
Clerks 2 is the only one.
Clerks 2 is the one I would pick.
They're very, like Kevin even talks about, he wanted to open with that song. But
Yeah.
I would still go with Clerks just because it's more iconic to me.
I think Clerks 2 actually is a little bit more superior when it comes to the actual product. Just the overall just the vibe of all the songs and how they fit in with the music itself, like with the movie itself, I think is really, like, even the intro song. Talking Heads, yeah. So with that, that's a cool song to start that type of movie on.
Set the perfect tone. I grant
absolutely.
you. I grant
very, very, very important song. And I think when you
But
have
what's
that
another
soundtrack-
song in it? Let me ask you that.
Another song?
Yeah.
Well, that's a good question.
Ah,
But I do remember a whole bunch of music.
we
in
just
there.
quickly
well-
named two.
Well, it ends with Misery. Like the last shot of the movie is Misery.
Very
Yeah, it's
important.
the Misery, yeah.
Yeah. It's got like the Jackson 5 song.
No, you're helping
Oh,
him now.
ABC.
You're helping him.
Yeah, it's got
You're
ABC,
helping- But
and it's got-
see how long it took to pull? You needed to tease.
Oh, that's true. Absolutely.
Smashing Pumpkins.
Oh, 1979.
Yeah.
It was in there, yeah.
Agreed. All these are in there, but
Good song.
we have to really stretch.
Well,
We-
best
We
soundtrack.
pulled Chewbacca up really quick.
I think we've just proven I have
pulled
best
the first
soundtrack now. Like, let's be honest. Like, that actually helped me.
Alice in Chains from the first one.
Well,
changed it.
ahead of
Was
its
good
time.
for the
if
first
I had
one,
to
yeah.
pick it up based on my own musical taste, I definitely pick Clerks 2. Clerks 1 is like, it works with the movie, but it's like, those aren't songs I'd want to listen
I'll
to.
say this: I like all the Clerks soundtracks because they did the thing that like Pulp Fiction did. They interspersed little comments, and so
Yeah.
I like them all. That's the truth. But
Yeah, I think Clerks 2 is still the superior soundtrack.
I
I think it's more enjoyable for
I
the
personally
masses.
throw on Clerks one more. That's the truth. I'll like throw it on and listen. to
But
it.
you and I both know, like, yeah, it's a good soundtrack, but does it apply to the masses? I don't think it does.
Probably not. No.
No, it really doesn't.
Benny, who do you think argued it better?
I'll go with Jody.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards Jody.
It's
as
like
well.
one of those. We're arguing over, a Maserati, a Ferrari.
Yeah, they're both good.
Okay, we're moving. The score is now 5-4 for
Ooh.
Scott.
I might actually catch
Ooh,
up.
wow.
Try
We
and-
have 3 rounds to go.
Oh God. All right, I gotta sharpen up.
Well, I gotta pretty much get most of them now.
Sports. Which Kevin Smith movie has the best use of hockey in it?
Clerks, by far.
I disagree. I will go with Chasing Amy, and we were talking.
Can
about
we
it
hear
earlier.
him first? Because I'm actually
Such
interested
an
in this.
important thing.
You want to hear the Chasing Amy?
I kind of want to hear the Chasing Amy.
Oh,
first.
Chasing Amy! You don't remember the scene?
Punch him in the fucking neck, number 12.
Yeah, and then I fucked him. I did, or when she comes out, and she like fucking stops the whole game when she
Yeah.
calls fucking Ben on his bullshit.
Yeah.
What? Why can't I think of his name right now?
Holden.
Holden. Yes. Why can't I think of that name? It's my last name. Holden McNeil.
Yeah, I thought that was.
That
kinda
should
funny
be
when
easy
said
for you to
that.
remember, actually.
That should be one that you
I
remember.
know.
Just maybe take out
That'd be
the
like
first
if there was
part
a
of
guy
your-
like Maynard Jones. What was that guy's name?
Yeah, the bisexual guy in that movie.
Yeah.
His last name is the same as his first name is the same as my last name. And it was named after Holden Caulfield.
Well,
Showstopper.
why is Clerks better than the use of Chasing Amy?
I just think Clerks with the whole hockey scene just kind of sets the tone. It kind of breaks up the movie a bit, which is nice. Because at that point, I think the movie was dragging a little, and it just kind of adds to the movie at that point.
Who's going to pay for all these Gatorades?
Yeah, who's going to pay for all the Gatorades? that was actually.
What do you care? You shoot Poshbell, motherfucker.
And the guys on the fucking ladder is like, "What are you gonna get the fucking open this? Open
The only
store."
special effect in the movie is in that scene.
Is it?
Listen, I'm going to grant you this because you know why? You just got it before I did because I would have said the same thing, but I had nowhere else to go.
I saw your
Because
disappointment. I can-
Clerks is totally fucking. Everybody knows the hockey scene's iconic. So
It is. It is.
You can't.
I really like
It was
Chasing
almost.
Amy one, though.
I do. I think it's great, but come on, when you think,
Oh, yeah.
you see that in fucking TV, like when people cite things, they'll use it as like like news will cut away as an example of misbehavior or whatever, shit like that.
Well, of course, the point goes to Jody, and we are now tied 5-5 with 2 rounds to go.
Well, to be fair, someone should have fucking mentioned Zack and Mary Make a Porno as well.
Yeah, but that's almost like a garnish. They almost don't use hot.
That's a
They don't
goalie
use it
moment,
as your
so
It was
I'm
like
biased.
a way. It was almost like a way to sell jerseys. If you
I just mean the fucking
you almost never see him playing except
Jeff
for,
Anderson.
Yeah,
Like knock him the fuck out part.
yeah, but that's really you see him more in like practice than anything else. Like
Yeah.
in the arena, just kind of hanging.
Yeah.
Okay, well, of course, we're going to move on to history, and the question is open-ended, and it is, what is the best moment in Kevin Smith history?
Best moment, like as in one of the movies,
Your
or?
favorite-
Or in his life?
Your
his
favorite
life.
one that happens to be in the past, like not the shit he's doing.
Something
now or
that's
whatever.
happened.
Yeah, in the past.
A moment from history or of life or whatever that you can count out as single most significant,
'Cause-
best, whatever you want to quantify it.
Because at this point, you've probably spent some years following the dude. So surely there's
Couple of years.
Yeah. So surely there's like some bits.
I think
like,
the best day
remember
for
what was happening
if
at
I was
that
answering the question, I would say the best day for Kevin Smith was when he met me.
time.
Well, obviously, because the world needs
More Dave Mater.
I think
And
he would too.
Kevin
actually.
Smith needs more Dave Mater.
I believe he does.
Uh-huh.
I genuinely
He's
do.
met me about 4 times.
I think anybody who's ever met Dave Mater needs more Dave Mater.
It's surprising there's not more people here.
I'm not trying to pander to the
I thought
judge
there
or
wasn't.
anything.
I thought there was 4 Dave Maters here. I thought that was the
Well, that is kind of the
Still
right
not
game,
enough.
but there is only
Three-year-old.
one truly OG
Dave
Dave
Mater.
Mater, and that is Dave Mater.
Yeah.
in his materdom,
It's like there's only one true
Or
God.
Mater the First, we like to call him sometimes.
Yeah,
the true Mater.
I'm going to call you Darth Mater from now on.
you may.
I know. I didn't think you would be having a problem with that.
Make it seem like
Anyway,
it's
we got off the question.
Okay, what was the question? I'm
Question: best moment from history for Kevin Smith.
sorry.
The question is, do you think Dave
I think the
would
first
look-
time having sex with Jen, because he was talking about how, they went back to her apartment and all that shit.
Sure.
Yeah. So
Battery acid.
Yeah. Well, no, it wasn't battery acid.
No,
It was
remember how he
his-
said no? He's cut the cut open,
Yeah.
and he was like, her
He's
vag
got-
was like battery acid.
Yeah. Like the entire experience sounds absolutely terrible.
I never thought that could happen. Like, I think I've had.
But he
cut on
tells
my
the
dick
story
before.
all the time. It's obviously a very pinnacle point in his life.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, the first time with your future wife, this is something that's obviously a big thing he now remembers, right? And just the whole experience and him being cut and all that. It's just it's fucking gross to hear too, and it's it's cringeworthy every time you hear it, but it's still fucking funny, and he always brings it up.
Scott.
I know when Kevin's most on his game is when he's being inspiring, and I will cite this as an example.
Belief that you are what or who you say you are. It starts, like all faiths, with a belief predicated more on whimsy than reality.
Oh, I remember
And you
this.
gotta believe for everybody else too, until you can show them proof. If you're lucky, someone starts believing with you, first theoretically, then in practice. And 2 people believing are the start of a congregation, my friend. You build a congregation of believers and eventually set out to craft a cathedral. Sometimes it's just a church, sometimes it turns out to be a chapel. Folks who don't build churches will try to tell you how you're doing it wrong, even as your steeple breaks the clouds. Never listen. But before all of that, you got to start with the idea. And I don't mean the idea for the story, movie, novel, installation, song, podcast, whatever. You got to start with the idea that you can do this. Something that's not normally done by everybody else. Since it's not second nature to take leaps of faith, you have to motivate yourself. You got to embrace a reasonable amount of unreasonability. Because what you're saying is, I'm going to try this
I'll
thing
just give it to
that
him.
very few people attempt, let alone succeed with doing.
want to hear it.
But nobody else could believe in you if you don't believe in what you're doing. I've willed almost all the stuff I've done into existence. And if I can do that, anybody can do that. So start your chatter, man. Talk about what you're going to do.
Words to live by, and
Yeah.
words that
I have
changed
to
my
give it
life.
to him. Just give it to him.
Round goes to Scott. I don't know if anything needs to be said. And we are into the wild card round.
Are we tied again?
We are you're up
No,
one.
you're up. one.
Okay, thank you.
So if I don't get this one, I'm out.
It's over.
Yay!
Who would you rather fuck, Jen Schwalbach or Kevin Smith?
Kevin Smith for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, do I have to pick the opposite?
I would go gay.
You do.
for
He
Kevin.
got.
I would definitely fuck Jen, without a doubt. Yeah. She's
Why?
hot. She's a
No,
fucking...
she's gonna kill you. She'll kill
But
you.
she's going to be a.
Oh, she's tall. She's gorgeous. She's got great boobs, a great ass.
Oh, those
and
boobs aren't great.
I bet
dude.
you in the bedroom, she'll boss you around. She'll make you feel real good. She might be the one
I bet
pegging
you
you,
she
but
sits
you'll
there and
love every
demands
minute
it.
of it.
But are
She
you
just sits there and demands.
Are you telling me she's a better lay than Kevin Smith?
Oh, Kevin Smith by far, tubby.
Well,
bastard. He's
Kevin
definitely a
Smith
better lay.
admits that he's nothing but a lazy bottom.
He does say that.
Yeah, he
Well,
just
maybe I'm
lays
into
there and you have
bottoms.
to do all the work.
What's your?
Well, I guess in that
What are
case...
you to tell me about?
So
Was
you have
it-
to, yeah, that's fine. If you want to lay there and take it up the ass, that's your thing. You know, I don't care. Again, there's no problem. Yeah, no. We've all been there. We've all done
No,
that
we
before.
haven't, but
Do you want to
anyway.
lay there and
But Jen's hot, man, and she's
Well, you know,
fiery and
you
she's
can
sexy.
be you can be the giver.
Jen has like kissed other guys in front of Kevin. Here's the thing. I'll do you double.
Oh, man.
I'll do you double. I'll take Jen. Here's another reason, because Kevin would probably get in the closet and watch and jacket, and so there you go. You're pleasing them both.
Wow.
There's a whole
Can
new...
you beat that?
cuckold it.
I
Now,
don't
somewhere
know how I
Kevin
could
maybe-
possibly do that. But
Kevin may be listening somewhere and nodding. Yes,
Would
that's
you rather?
true.
Okay, you can have Kevin or Jen. You picked Kevin. Why?
I picked Kevin. I think he'll be a more gentle lover.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. And he'd be a lot of fun to talk to after. Jen, not so much.
I'm going back
or
to...
at all.
I'm going back to, I feel with Jen, you will get both. So
No, you're not going to
doubling
get
your
any
pleasure,
talk
doubling
after,
your
I can
fun.
tell you right now.
Either
You're
way,
nothing.
so what?
She'll probably
I mean,
sit there and tell you how bad she was.
Oh, well, I don't know. If you're bad, then maybe that's your...
Well,
I think that's
maybe.
your own experience.
That's
like
possible.
that you're jading your own. I won't have any problem there.
Do you have an opinion on who argued it better? You think Jody argued it better?
Well, what do you think?
I'm leaning towards Scott.
Uh-oh, that makes things harder.
It's a pretty tough, call. Well, are we on something pivotal here?
It's
Yes,
this
this
is
is
match point.
elimination.
Well, then don't give it to me.
Well,
I'm not fucking-
you're the other one in the room with an objective opinion.
Well, yeah, but I did.
If you pick me, this is over.
Well, yeah, but if I pick him, it's over as well.
You pick me, we're out of here. I know how to play. And you know what's waiting over there in the corner. Who do you think's going to be more aggressively sexy in bed? Kevin or Jen?
But that's not everything. That
He's
everybody
Jen.
wants.
He's Kevin.
Holy shit!
Come on, she's going to...
You hit that
I'm not
once.
really. I
You
don't
hit
wanna
Jen once,
be
you're
with
done.
either of them, really.
I don't know. It
It's the
depends.
same thing
Well, you
over and
have to
over
hit
again.
it
I
and find out
guarantee
what
you.
it is. You don't know until you
I
find
guarantee you that's the same
it.
thing
Oh,
over and
dude,
over
you're-
again.
You got to get
That
creative.
is a trap.
You
right there.
you are a lazy bottom.
Maybe that's possible.
This one's pretty. How the hell can I call this?
Just give it to me so we can go to a tiebreaker.
I'm calling it for Jody.
Ah, that was a
There
bad
you go.
call.
Hey,
I sold a lot
I,
better. Everybody
I
at
respect
home.
your decision.
Here's what
Dave.
I will say. Everybody at home has a hard on after hearing what I said.
I think they do.
That's probably because they heard my voice.
Final
It's pretty
tiebreaker.
sexy. What do you think, Dave? A little bit sexy?
A little bit sexy.
This
Thank
one
you,
goes
man.
out to
Welcome
I
to
appreciate
Jerk Off.
Chris LaDonda.
Final tiebreaker question. Which
We may have extra innings.
No, this is it. This is all for all.
shit.
And now he's on the spot and he doesn't have an answer or a question.
I'm thinking of something.
Call back.
It has to be Kevin related, so I'm trying to think of what way.
Why does it have to be Kevin related?
Because that's the whole theme of the round. So
So doesn't like really Scott have probably the edge here?
a little bit, yeah.
Like let's
You're
be
a fan,
honest.
dude. Look at what you're wearing.
That's true.
I'm not wearing a dorky hockey jersey with a Kevin Smith team
Do you
on
have one that says my name on it? I bet you do.
it. I have a jersey that has my name on it,
Oh, there you go.
but I'm very proud of it.
All right, here's the final tiebreaker for the entire game. Who are the better pair from Kevin Smith's movies? Is it Dante and Randall or is it T.S. and Brody?
Dante
Dante
Randall.
Ooh, who got him first? Benny.
Who would ever want T.S. and Brody? But you know they're almost the same guys. Except
Well,
for
they are
one's
the same
Walter and
guys, yeah.
Kevin,
Yeah.
and one's Kevin and Brian. Right.
Yeah.
So Kevin is sort of in both mixes.
Yeah.
But I said Dante and Randall first.
I don't know
It
about
would
that.
go I would wait.
It was kind of simultaneous. We'll have to go back on instant replay.
Tough. It's tough.
Benny's giving the edge to Scott, so you have
All right,
you get
just give it to the edge.
you get T.S. and Brody.
Good luck on that one. No offense.
Scott.
What can I say? Dante and Randall set the tone for all. I mean, there is no. They're just a repeat. Your guys are
I
just a
disagree
repeat.
with that completely.
Well, you got Walter's binge, but here's the truth. Nobody sees him that way. And those guys set the tone. It's just like you were saying before. You need Clerks to get to Mallrats.
It's true.
And come on, Randall, that voice. As soon as you hear it, it is like Pavlovian.
It takes over you. Yeah.
It's like, I know, so much so that, I mean, that's the thing that he gets recognized for so much. And how about this? Without those two guys together, you can't do those movies.
I don't know about that. I think it could be replaced.
I think you could do Mallrats without Elliot.
Oh, well, I would agree. I can't argue that.
Then go boom,
But
the thing falls apart.
But if I look at it from a character viewpoint, the character, those two characters are the most yin and yang out of all of them. Like, if you look at Dante and you look at Randall, yes, they have a yin and yang kind of thing, but really they're kind of on the same side in a lot of scenarios.
I've had that friendship, though.
Oh,
in
so
real
have I.
life.
Absolutely.
Dante Randall friend dynamic.
But I've also had the other one. I've had the one where I've had complete opposite, and I've been hanging out with them. You know, it's one of those things that I think we're drawn to the opposite, and with that, I think those two make the best couple because of the fact of they're more relatable in my opinion. Like, I always have that yin and yang with people. So
bromance.
Yeah.
The term almost was defined by Clerks. It didn't come around to later, but everyone went bromance.
But as you're
Clerks.
watching Clerks, you don't really go Randall is his best friend since sliced bread. Like it's not he's not.
But
the
it
best
doesn't
thing.
have to be.
Well, he does and he doesn't though. That's the thing.
It's a contentious friendship, like most real friendships.
Well, this is true. I'm not arguing the fact on which one's more real.
And
that's not what I'm arguing on. I was going based on the character, which is what I thought the question was all about.
And everybody wants to be Randall.
People don't want to be Brody?
I think a lot of people want to be Brody. Brody is a more nonchalant, even more nonchalant. He's actually more extreme than Randall was, and I think everybody wants to be that bigger version of something. You know what I mean?
I'd pick Brody. Yeah.
I dig Brody too. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But in the pair,
I think if you
The
look at
stronger
Brody
pair
versus
is
Yeah,
without
I
a
think
doubt.
I think it comes down to TS and what does he bring?
Yeah,
TS brings
no.
that the natural side. Now,
yeah,
could he be replaced?
Now, of course, this is all about story writing.
Yeah, of
so
course
at the end
it
of the day,
yeah,
TS was a
TS
shitty written part. I mean, it
absolutely.
didn't have as much.
Absolutely.
He was
He's not the strongest out of the four. That's
and
for sure.
that probably had a lot to do with he was watered down through script and everything
Yeah.
else. But he does represent Kevin in that. You can hear Kevin's voice in both those
He's the
characters,
innocent side, yeah.
But you hear it. You hear Kevin's voice stronger in Dante because that lament was so fucking real.
Yeah.
That I'm stuck here. Why am I supposed to be? I'm not supposed to be here today. That bullshit was.
Yeah,
Was Kevin.
TS and Brody are the Pong game of the relationships. They're back and forth all the time. They're always questioning each other's morals as well as their own. So when you see it, like you see Brody every so often, he'll stop and kind of relate to what might be happening.
Here's why I think they're not as strong a partnership. TS is technically the lead of that fucking movie,
Technically, yes.
and nobody knows it.
No.
It's everybody looks at people think that movie's about Brody.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
No, it's not. Exactly. It's about
It's
TS.
not supposed to be.
Well, it is as
So-
well. You know, it's about everyone in it. Obviously.
He gets the girl in the end. He gets a hot girl.
Yeah, he gets.
But doesn't it feel
It's
left
awesome.
over? Don't you feel more of a climax when
That's true.
when
Brody
Brody
is the
gets
climax,
fucking
yeah.
Sharon Doherty?
Well, yeah, it was better.
Yeah. Personally,
for
I think
sure.
Sharon Doherty was hot back then. But that's
All
just
right.
me.
Well,
Absolutely,
this
I
is a
agree.
tough call, guys. This could go either way. What do you think?
Come on, I think the Kevin voice sways it. Come on, Dante is much.
Brody is one extreme, and
Dante
TS is the opposite
I'm
side. It's an
leaning
opposite.
towards, I don't know, Clerks.
I agree. You can't. It's in this, like I said, the same way with the fucking hockey scene. You can't think when you think Buddy Kevin Smith movies. Do you really go TS? Yes, TS and the other guy. Yeah, those are the guys. Or do you
Yeah,
go?
but we have the Randall Dante relationship, which yes has been
You
reiterated
can't
a
even
couple
say
times.
Dante without saying Randall.
Yeah.
You know,
The gun.
unnecessary. This is over.
All right.
It's gone to Scott. He wins.
All right.
Only because I was quicker.
I'm glad that
And we both would have
if I'm gonna
argued.
lose to somebody, it's gonna be to him.
Thank
I'm
you,
okay
sir.
with that.
And I'll say that.
Not Benny, though.
And it was
Fuck
very
Benny.
You made that a
Fuck you,
contest in there when
I tried.
you
Deep.
initially were like, I can't win this. So
Benny
Wow.
was like a
It's
Trump-like spoiler in the mix. You never knew quite where he was going to go.
no,
Benny's
that's-
always
yeah.
been that way, though.
I just
It was Yeah, he was like the loose cannon on the deck.
I am literally just here to fuck things up at this point.
And for the
That's
accent.
kind of the point.
Yeah, you do it well.
Thanks, man.
Good job.
You should learn to market yourself on here. You get yourself laid quite a bit.
Yeah, you want
You got the British
You want to do a
accent.
plug?
Plug for you.
No, for you. You know, say, hey, Betty Graves, all the ladies out
Yeah,
there.
where are you on the Tinder or the?
Are you on the Tinder? Or are you on
Are you
the
on the-
Plenty of Fish?
Not on the Tinder.
Are you on
I made a
Christian Mingle?
I made a plenty of fish.
Christian Mingle. The Plenty of
Christian
Fish.
Mingle.
How is
That
the
one I'm
Plenty
pretty
of Fish?
sure he isn't on.
I'm on that farmers one.
The
Yeah.
kids are talking.
Farmers
that one up.
only.
Farmers only
Yeah.
dating?
Farmers
That's
only?
right.
There's actually like a dating site just for
Fuck
that.
yeah,
eh?
man! I was in
Oh, good.
New Jersey when I first saw that on TV.
Oh,
Really?
good. I never
There's
knew
no
that.
farmers in New Jersey.
That's my fault, man.
Unless
his
they're
little
farming
life.
weed
Mine.
illegally.
That's why they need a
Single
website. They
farmers.
don't know where each other are.
Maybe. Yeah, see, I still kick my kid's ass on video games.
Why is he 10?
Huh? No, he's 12.
Well, close enough. Actually, no.
But
he
I
really
grew
should
up
start,
on him, so.
He should start kicking your ass by now. Yeah, but I think it's got nothing to do
Oh, it
with that.
pisses him off that I'm
They
better at
get
Call of
into
Duty.
this. Kids can get into the Zen-like state
That's true.
much easier and
Oh,
just
yeah.
be like. And then on top of that, they know how to irritate adults just so.
Oh, it's true.
There's nothing worse than a fucking little kid who's
We
like
should actually use kids as interrogation experts.
just like getting under your skin, and I don't know what it is. They
Yeah.
know just how to get there. They just laugh, and you're like pissed.
Yeah, my daughter sings. My daughter sings that fucking what is it? Puppy monkey baby or something like that.
Oh, that's
That
a
fucking
fucking
Mountain Dew commercial.
freaky ass advert, man.
It is freaky, and that fucking kid sings it now nonstop, and it's just like, oh, for fuck's sakes! Every time I have to hear this in the morning now.
Everyone
What's a
go check out
podcast?
Batman on fatman.com. Check out the new documentary,
Thank you.
whatsapodcast.com. It's a very exciting thing. It's going to be coming out in Q1 2017, possibly, of all things
If you're gonna
line
make-
up.
If you're gonna make a movie about podcasts, that you definitely need some Dave Mader in there.
You definitely need a little bit of Dave Mader. Dave Mader,
And we go deep on Dave Mader.
we go deep.
Well, that's
We go
because that's the way he likes it.
all the way to
Yeah.
the balls.
We're talking.
We caress
full
the
on
shaft.
Full on shaft.
We lick the clitoris-like head.
There's no clitoris like head. It's,
I believe you were telling me earlier that the head is the clitoris.
No,
and
that
the
was for
sexual,
sex
Yeah,
changes.
so, you know.
I was not.
I figured I would call
I was
that.
talking
bad.
about myself.
Get to that. Like that's the problem that I have with Dave is that Dave likes to talk about random.
Actually, here's what I will say. I will give Dave huge kudos because yesterday we had this conversation and I gave him some information about updates of terminology. Like nowadays, you don't say transvestite anymore. They say cross-dresser.
I had to say crush.
And then and they don't say transsexual, they say transgender.
Yeah.
But later in the day, the motherfucker throws in cross-dresser like it's nothing. So I said, dude, total props, man. You're trying.
I adopt the terms.
He
well.
can adapt.
Yeah.
He's in the advertising
And then I said, oh, and you
industry.
could
He
use
can
drag
adapt.
queen too, but I wouldn't say, that one you got to be a little more cautious with.
I figured it all out.
Yeah.
If they're hot, you can say whatever you want.
Well, yeah. That's it, everybody. The show's
Kiss
over
me,
now.
you're gorgeous, sir.
Are
So,
you sure?
Goodbye.
Are you absolutely sure?
Okay, we all have to wait for Dave to do his like corny little line.
Yeah, he's
Oh.
gonna, what is
We'll
it?
see you
Oh,
on
yeah.
the flip side.
Oh, that's
the
terrible.
one.
Isn't that a little cliche?
I'm Dave Mader.
You don't like
No,
it?
that's a lot
You
of
don't think it's a
cliche.
good? You don't think it's a good line?
Yeah, isn't it? I'm
say
not one
no
to
and
talk
move
because
on.
early on I tried to say like some. Go back on my podcast. You will hear some real flops of me trying to come up
Okay.
with an ending.
I'm Dave Mader, and I'll see you on the flip side. No.
Steve, that sounds
It'd be good if your show was named The Flip Side.
Yeah.
I'm Dave Mader. I'll see you on the other side.
What's the name of your
On the
show?
other side of what?
Of
You'll
the
see my
You
back
should
Maybe
think
like-
of. I mean, it might be cheesy, but it's amazing how trivial these debates can be. There
there you go.
Go that
there
way.
you go.
Oh,
It's
now Dave's all over
amazing
that.
how trivial these debates can be.
Now you always have to do that. You
You have to
realize.
do
You
the
just-
blah.
you just
The
can't-
ultimate pop culture challenge.
What are you saying, sir?
This time it was hosted by a Nazi-supporting podcast guy.
Welcome to Trivial Debates.
Yeah.
I was born in the debate.
Oh, I wish I would have known. I would have said.
Where
"Can I-
they weren't
I want to
trivial."
host this, but I want to host it as Bane.
We'll do it one day.
We've already kind of done it.
I've done it too on my show. I loved it. Guys, I've had a real good time being here, seriously. And thank you for having me on. Thank you for allowing me to be as silly and as crazy as I have been on this show. I hope everybody takes it with a grain of salt. I love this stuff. I'm so glad to be here.
Thank you.
Thank you
Scott.
for all your help too with the movie.
You're very welcome, man.
Oh.
It's been glad.
Which is a special
Glad to
feeling in
help.
the room.
Yeah,
This is getting a little too gay for me.
All right, so we
Yeah, right. That's not what I
Just
heard.
kidding.
Kiss on your ear.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Don't fight it, Jody.
Can't fight it.
Uh,
Sorry.
Fight
Kiss on your
I can't
clitoris-like
fight
head.
this
Turn it off,
anymore.
damn it.